job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
And by Delta Dental of Massachusetts, Brex, your New England Chevy dealers, Town Fair Tire, Big Y, nicely done. And by Comcast Business.
Pritchard, half court, it's in the air. Oh! He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again with the world watching. He knocks down a half-court three.
And by your New England Ford dealers, Mass Mutual, Wendy's, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, Ticketmaster, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Grande and Cedric Maxwell.
And what they now call the Frostbank Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, where tonight the game of the night in the NBA. There'll be a lot of eyeballs on this one as the Celtics play Game 2 of the 3-game killer road trip against Victor Wembanyama and the streaking San Antonio Spurs. Away we go. This is going to be a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Tuesday night NBC national game. Bright lights. Not so big city, but you get the point. I'm Sean Grande. Cedric Maxwell, who played his first NBA game in this city in 1977. 1977. Joins us shortly. Coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in the NBA, the Game 65 edition of Jaws and Star Market Celtics tonight. Where to begin? The latest road stunner for the Celtics on Sunday. We'll tell you what went into it and tell you who is not playing tonight, as Nikola Vucevic has company on the sidelines tonight, as the Celtics will go without Peyton Pritchard in the second of this 3-game road trip as we break down this rematch with the Spurs. An impressive San Antonio win in Boston early in January. They only scored 100, lowest in an opponent win this year, and a season full of them. Before the year, they were all dismissing the gap year Celtics. The same crowd was saying the Spurs weren't ready to be title contenders. They were wrong. They've stayed right on the heels of the champion Thunder with Victor Wembanyama staying healthy, having an MVP caliber season. Is there any reason at all to think they are not in the mix to win it all? We'll discuss that. We'll take our trip around the NBA. Another milestone for the beard. The Golden State collapse is getting weird. And if SGA is once again MVP, it will be because of last night's finish in OKC.
SGA with 5. SGA step back 3. He's got it! 2.7 left. OKC by 3. Gordon the heave. No! And on a night that he ties Wilt Chamberlain, SGA's greatest hit tour continues. OKC wins.
We'll check in with the head coach, Joe Mazulla.
You know, we always talk about those 15 to 20 possessions. We used a few of those at halftime to be like, hey, like, you know, here's how we have to combat the variance. We have to combat the variance with continuing to control the margins.
Well, coming up next, the relief all of Celtics Nation felt after Jason Tatum's return Friday quickly turned into the grim reality of their toughest road trip in years. 3 games against red-hot NBA elites. Sunday it began against the rested and reloaded Cavs. The fear was it would be no contest. Turns out it wasn't. Peyton Pritchard, deep on the left side. Harden slides his feet. Pritchard moves to his right. Fed into a double team. Pressed along the sideline. Pritchard in some trouble. Gets it away to Queta. Queta turns, attacks, kicks out to the wing. Open. Tatum 3. Got it!
Big men step up at big time.
It's all coming up and more as we count you down to the game of the night in the NBA. Primetime national TV showdown between the Celtics and the Spurs in San Antonio, top of the hour on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Plainridge Park Casino, where winning moments never end. Grab your quick favorites at Slice and Wahlburgers or unwind at Slack's Oyster House and make the night your own. Catch every big play at the Sportsbook. Feel the excitement on the slots floor with every spin. And keep the energy going with live music that hits just right. Every moment is a winning moment at Plainridge Park Casino. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Spring is here, and there's a whole new way to chai at Starbucks that's made perfect for you. Choose your sweetness, dial it up, or keep things light. Add a touch of pistachio, a hint of strawberry, or vanilla, or make it a spring classic with lavender. Because this season, there's endless ways to chai at Starbucks.
This episode was brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. Your European bike tour is planned to perfection. Then, your bag, with all your bike shorts, takes a detour. Baggage delay coverage can help when travel hassles try to take the air out of your tires. Learn more at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR after the game.
It's been seamless, I would say. I got such a great connection with most of the group. You know, I played with most of these guys for a long time. A bunch of high IQ players. Toughest part for me is just like man-on-man restriction, and that shit sucks, quite frankly. But that's the toughest part, playing shorter stints and sitting for a longer time than obviously I normally am. But I understand the bigger picture.
Baby steps, young Skywalker, baby steps. Welcome back to Charleston Star Market. Celtics tonight, just another monster game in a season we had no right to expect monster games. They got another one in front of us tonight here in San Antonio. Welcome back to Charleston Star Market. Celtics tonight, Jason Tatum. So far, so good. I think, Max, the most interesting thing to me over the last couple of days is watching all the talking heads and the talk shows trying to spin this, and even Vegas has followed suit, making the Celtics now the favorite somehow in the Eastern Conference, and I don't think there's anyone happier than the two of us to see this young man who has gone through hell to get back on the floor. But the notion that he is somehow close to being Jason Tatum again is ridiculous. It's almost like they've made a couple of TikTok videos of the couple of good plays he has had and are trying to purport this myth that Jason Tatum is back to being Jason Tatum, but it's still going to take a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things right now that I look at. There's still a little hitch in his giddy up when I watch him out there and he's playing. The other thing I see right now, not exploding. We saw a couple of plays where he got handoffs and he wasn't able to go strong up towards the basket. But that stuff will come. And that's what happens. And all the people who talked before about coming back next year. Oh, save him until he sometime. No. Bring him back. Put him in a position right now. They could get himself acclimated to play. Don't worry about, talking about getting hurt. That's just a luck of the draw or unluck of the draw. So Jason Tatum has done a lot of things, but again, there are a lot of things he still could do.
He will start again for the third consecutive game upon his return.
How about the people who said bring him off the bench?
You know what? I think we have so little time anyway. We have even less time for things people say. Because guess what? When we get to the Spurs, all they were saying all year was that, hey, the Spurs aren't ready to contend. They're not ready to be an elite playoff team. And meanwhile, they're the hottest team in the league right now. But we'll get to them. In the meantime, Tatum will start again, the same starting lineup, but the Celtics will be thinner off the bench because not only is Vucevic out, no Peyton Pritchard tonight. He will play Thursday in Oklahoma City, which is probably more of a home-time game for him because he's got so many people in Oklahoma. But he will sit out tonight, so the Celtics will be thin off the bench as we go into this matchup with the Spurs. But before we look ahead, against the hottest team in the league that's won 15 of 16. They looked absolutely dominant as we're in this MVP run here of seeing Wembanyama tonight and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on Thursday. We look back to what happened at the start of the trip on Sunday. A very ugly first few minutes turned into another beautiful day at the ballpark for the Celtics. They are waving white towels, standing on their feet here at Rocket Arena and not in surrender. Cleveland on a roll, 15-4 in their last 19 games, and now with James Harden out there in the backcourt. They'll wear the navy blue uniforms with the wine-colored trim and gold. They will go left to right. Celtics will wear the home white on the road this afternoon. Evan Mobley will jump it against the PM EST, and our Sunday afternoon ABC game is underway. Cleveland has the ball first. It's in the hands of James Harden. Tatum straight away. Spins to his left, away from Mobley. Three in the air. Got it.
Step on somebody's toe.
Tatum's hit 2 in a row, 13-11. Boston within 2. Into the front court. Bounce pass. Left side gives Derek White a wide open lane to the basket. Two-hand slam, and the Celtics come out of their timeout and force Kenny Atkinson to call one of his own as they tie the game at 13.
You get that and you respond. Somebody punches you, punch him right back.
Pritchard dribbling low. Step back shows it to Shireman. He steps around Schroeder, attacks the paint. Crazy flip. Hook shot with the left hand is up and good.
Going back across the body. But you know what? I'm watching it. They're taking Brown right out of the scenario here.
Mia Skater and Derek White. Turns the corner. Finds Shireman. Left wing three. Got it.
I'm surprised the Cavaliers don't call a timeout here.
All
Celtics
these
running
empty
things all day.
Possessions. The offense has been good for the Celtics, not world-ending. It's just Cleveland can't score here. Here's Jaylen Brown with Wade on his shoulder. Leans into the contact shot. Bounces in. Score to the foul for Jaylen Brown to start to take over here in the third.
Nice by Brown. This time just ISO, got up in the air, found the gentleman on his backside. And what happens? Dean hits him. And Brown, you know, how many times we've seen Brown hit a guy in the mouth?
A 13-2 Boston run. They had their largest lead up by 23. Ball moved to Tyson left side, stop and start travel. And just when the Cavs were climbing back up the mountain, they get a boot in the face and now trail by 23.
Got a what?
Derek White's been quiet in the second half. Jalen in the big third quarter. Attacks Tyson. Ellis goes to the left hand, scores off the window, score that and the foul.
You had your hands on him. But Brown just went right through the body. So strong. This time just elevates, gets there.
Watch by Schroeder. Bounce past Cater. Return pass to Derek White. Has a little opening on the right side. Dribbles in deep. Throws back out to Pritchard. Open three. Got it. Big shot. Peyton Pritchard.
Man, nice shot there. Derek White made a nice little read.
Peyton Pritchard. Deep on the left side. Harden slides his feet. Pritchard moves to his right. Fed into a double team. Pressed along the sideline. Pritchard in some trouble. Gets it away to Cater. Cater turns. Attacks. Kicks out to the wing. Open. Tatum. Three. Got it!
Big men step up at big time.
And what an extraordinary start to this brutal-looking road trip as the gap year Celtics do what they have done all year long. And that is say, bring on your tough challenges on paper, and we'll march right over them. The Celtics win the first game of the road trip, and they win it going away. The final score, Boston 109, Cleveland 98. And as a result, the Celtics now the sixth best road scoring differential in NBA history for the gap year Celtics. The fifth best offense in NBA history for the gap year Celtics, and the fourth best scoring margin for a Boston Celtics team in the last 40 years for the gap year Celtics, including 16 double-digit road wins in Cleveland. And they've got a lot of help since we left the air, Max, on Sunday afternoon. You have had the Detroit Pistons lose a couple of games to where the Celtics now are only 2.5 games out of first. The Knicks have lost 2 games. They lost both games in L.A. to the Lakers and the Clippers, so now the Celtics are closer, believe it or not, Max, to first in the Eastern Conference than they are to third.
Well, they've been playing with so much confidence, house money, you like to talk about it. But Joe Mazulla's imprint is all over the game. The way these guys go out and defend the basketball and every night give themselves an opportunity to win a basketball game, because you're talking about margins. Those margins could be razor thin, but most of the time the Celtics win those margins.
So now, since February 1st, not that long ago, but since February 1st, best record in the NBA, First, San Antonio. Second, Boston. Best net rating in the NBA. First, San Antonio. Second, Boston. Best defense in the NBA. First, Boston. Second, San Antonio. I thought this was one of the better games of the year. The game exactly 2 months ago tonight in Boston. Celtics were on the second night of a back-to-back. They had played Toronto. It was a home back-to-back, but it was a back-to-back nonetheless. Victor Wembanyama at that point was still coming back from injury. He came off the bench that night, but he did play in the fourth quarter, which was decisive. Celtics led for 36 of the 48 minutes in that game, but the Spurs came back late to win it. And clearly the topic for all the doubters about what the Celtics should accomplish this year. Max, at the start of the year, they said the Spurs weren't ready to compete for a championship. They're too young. They haven't been there before. Well, every team that competes for a championship and wins a championship at some point has not been there before. And it takes people a while, I think, for their eyes to adjust. All you have to do is watch the Spurs, and the giveaway to me was the span of games they played in November and December without Wembanyama. They continued to win without him, and that's when you knew, hey, Stephon Castle, these guys are Champagny knocking down threes, Keldon candidate. They have a full team around him. They have paid the price a lot of lottery years. They have suffered a lot here, but sometimes when you're ready to compete, you're ready to compete.
Well, the Celtics have been ready to compete from the get-go, and it's been, Joe Mazzulla's team and what he's done with these guys, making them have confidence, making them shoot the basketball, and work as a team and as a unit. And everybody, this is their thing, every person that goes on that floor must understand that Joe Mazulla talks about a sense of urgency. So one thing you saw the other day was Garza. Garza comes in, you talk about losing Vooch, Garza comes in and does a tremendous job because, I think he is now, I think I'm going to start calling him the human bowling ball because it's all he does, just knocks down pins like people.
Now, one of the remarkable things the Celtics have done, I mentioned some of the numbers, and I'm not sure what goes to the top of the list of craziness, and this is going to be really important in this game tonight. In late December, the Celtics still ranked 18th in the NBA in rebounding. They are second in the league since. That's a 2.5-month span, and they have won the rebounding battle. This is the team that couldn't get a rebound. Remember the first week of the season, the first month? The Celtics have won the rebounding battle in 31 of the last 37 games they have played, and one of the 6 times they didn't was against the San Antonio team when they lost the rebounding battle by 1 on January 10th. So when we get to, Max's keys to the game here, there are a lot to choose from when you're facing San Antonio.
I don't have a sheet, or they didn't give me a sheet, but as you said, you look at the length and you look at Wemby, what he can do. How do you contain a guy like that is a giraffe with athleticism. He runs the floor. He rebounds the basketball. He blocks shots. I always said it was Wilt Chamberlain changed the game, Steph Curry changed the game, and now Wemby is changing in another direction.
We're going to talk about Wilt Chamberlain on Thursday night because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to try to knock him out of the record books for most consecutive 20-point games. Those are Max's keys to the game, brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers. Adventure more, worry less with the versatile 2025 Honda Accord. Learn more at newengland.hondadealers.com. As for Max's player to bank on, it's brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. On the road to Banner 19, and this year our friends at CSP are celebrating a banner year of their own, 175 years and just getting started. Visit ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF.
Well, player to bank on to me would be Jason Tatum. I want to say he does. You talked about it before. What does he do? You talked about the first game. Well, how about the second game? He looked better in the second game. What's the third, fourth, fifth? And then when we stop talking about how he looks, I think that's when we know he's achieved what he wanted to achieve. Come back as partly Jason Tatum.
Still to come on Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight, a conversation with Joe Mazulla about the extraordinary performance of Baylor Scheinman and how he continues to do what he has done throughout the course of the year. Confidence in younger players, and the Spurs play the Celtics in their attempt to get 2-on-1s in the cross matches better than anybody else this year in the NBA. We'll talk to Joe about that and other things. That is coming up. We'll take our trip around the NBA, including Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Did he put MVP away last night? If he gets to 65 games, the answer to that is probably yes, as the Celtics get set to fly to OKC tomorrow. But when we return, Joe Murray has Sports Hub headlines, including a huge day for Red Sox at the World Baseball Classic yesterday in that U.S.-Mexico game. Patriots have their replacement for Stephon Diggs, but he'll tell you all about it as we get you ready for the Celtics and the San Antonio Spurs. Another bright light NBC national game coming your way on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Plainridge Park Casino, where winning moments never end. Grab your quick favorites at Slice and Wahlburgers or unwind at Slack's Oyster House and make the night your own. Catch every big play at the Sportsbook. Feel the excitement on the slots floor with every spin. And keep the energy going with live music that hits just right. Every moment is a winning moment at Plainridge Park Casino. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Hey, it's LBF from Bob and LBF in the morning. Some people are smart, and then some people are super smart. We're paying our super smart listeners $1,000 for correctly answering 10 questions in 60 seconds. Sign up to play at WROR.com and listen every weekday at 8:05 to find out if you are super smart.
This episode was brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. If you're starting the year in Honolulu, ending it in Austin, and taking a sojourn to Sweden somewhere in between, it's important to protect yourself and your packed agenda. The more adventures you have on your plate, the more chances there are for travel mishaps to leave a sour taste in your mouth. An All Trips annual travel insurance plan can help protect you and your peace of mind on every trip you take this year. Learn more at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop-tested over and over. We do all that to the V6-powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Joke is on 105.7 WROR.
After the game. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots making moves today in free agency. They have added wide receiver Romeo Doubs. Played the last few seasons in Green Bay. It's a 3-year deal worth $80 million. He's averaged close to 70 receptions each season. It's other NFL news today. The Jets, they've acquired quarterback Geno Smith from the Raiders. And the Bruins in action right now against the Kings at the Garden in the first period. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off an extra after oil change. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. Grandy and Max will take you around the NBA next on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Plainridge Park Casino, where winning moments never end. Grab your quick favorites at Slice and Wahlburgers or unwind at Slack's Oyster House and make the night your own. Catch every big play at the Sportsbook. Feel the excitement on the slots floor with every spin. And keep the energy going with live music that hits just right. Every moment is a winning moment at Plainridge Park Casino. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Too fast, Trevor, too fast!
Here at the Zebra, research shows people would rather teach their kids to drive than search for auto and home insurance.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Or attend a corporate team building workshop.
Go team, feel that synergy.
Or be regaled by Uncle Frank's conspiracy theories.
They're listening to us right now.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com. We do the searching, you do the saving.
Shh, they're here.
This episode is brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. From visiting the in-laws in Indiana to sightseeing in Sicily, a year's worth of travel can come with its share of stress. An All Trips annual travel insurance plan can help you tackle every trip you take this year with confidence. Learn more at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Anchovies on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics and Spurs getting ready to go in San Antonio. No Peyton Pritchard, no Nick Vucevic for the Celtics. Luke Cornett and Derek White enjoying each other's company at center court. A little handshake, a little dap, lots of smiles. Luke was in the middle of the news. We'll get to that before we move along at some point tonight. First, our trip around the NBA brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard.
Brunson. Blocked by Jones. He does it again. Kawhi recovers. Mathurin. Yes! 114 to 107.
It was a fun game last night. Brian Seaman, the call on Clippers television last night as the Clippers held off the Knicks. It was a great game for Karl Anthony Towns, but the Clippers beat the Knicks 126-118. That moves the Knicks 3 games behind the Celtics for second in the Eastern Conference. The Clippers, meanwhile, who started, remember they started 5-21. They have now tied Golden State for the 8th spot in the Western Conference. We'll get to Golden State in a second. Max, can the Clippers do any damage in this crazy deep Western Conference?
No, they got opportunity. If you got Kawhi Leonard, we know what the Clippers have been, and all the other players they have over there. I mean, they've made some moves and changes, but Arson, can he fit in? This is going to be interesting to see what Ty Lue has up his sleeve.
Only problem for them is that there's no way they can avoid either the Spurs or the Thunder in the first round if they make it to the playoffs. Speaking of which, in the Game of the Year candidate between the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder last night, a 4-point play, Jokic and Jamal Murray combining for it with 3 seconds left, tying the game last night, coming from behind, nearly snatching defeat when they were down by 8 in the final minute. But they left Shea 3 seconds, didn't they?
SGA with Fox. SGA step back 3. He's got it! 2.7 left. OKC by 3. Gordon the heave. No! And on a night that he ties Wilt Chamberlain, SGA's greatest hit start continues. OKC wins.
My guy, Noah Eagle, he's the new Brian Anderson and Gus Johnson, man, getting all the great games this year. Calling the SGA game winner, he made reference to the Wilt Chamberlain record. SGA tying Wilt Chamberlain's record for most consecutive 20-point games. He will try to break that record, Max, Thursday night against the Celtics.
Yeah, he will. I mean, you're talking about a guy who can play at a high level. The thing that's more interesting to me is when you start thinking about all the things that he's done, SGA, the combinations of blocking shots and running the floor. This kid has been sensational.
His defense has been great, too. Meanwhile, I said that Golden State now has fallen all the way into an 8th-place tie with the Clippers. They lost to the Jazz last night. Steve Kerr has found the enemy, and it's not the Jazz.
I know this will not be a popular opinion in the league office, but I will continue to say it because it's obvious we need to play fewer games. We need to take 10 games off the schedule. I think it would be great for the league. And I get it. It's revenue, and you'd have to get everybody to agree to take a little less money. And that's a really hard thing to do. But what I know about the league, about coaching, about how hard it is to play the modern game with the pace and the space, I think it would be a more competitive and healthier league if we played fewer games.
Max, have we reached the tipping point with the 82-game schedule?
Well, I think that he's right in so many ways. Yeah, it would be nice if you could have a couple of games off if you had 10 less games. But who's going to step up and say they're going to take less money?
No
the
one.
Players, the coaches. So if you're not doing that, then pretty much you're spitting in the wind.
There's only one answer here. The schedule is not getting shortened. You're going to have to extend the season if you want more days off. That's the only way around it. That's your trip around the NBA. We'll continue that conversation. We didn't get to Luke Cornett and Magic City Monday in Atlanta, which the league put the kibosh on. We'll get to all of it with Luke Cornett at the center of it. But we'll talk to Joe Mazulla about the actual game next on the BetMGM 98.5 WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Plainridge Park Casino, where winning moments never end. Grab your quick favorites at Slice and Wahlburgers or unwind at Slack's Oyster House and make the night your own. Catch every big play at the Sportsbook. Feel the excitement on the slots floor with every spin, and keep the energy going with live music that hits just right. Every moment is a winning moment at Plain Ridge Park Casino. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
How much can you tell, watching it over again or in real time, the difference between you doing everything you want to do defensively, matching up, getting defense, all that stuff that you want to accomplish versus other team misses shots that they should make versus second half when they make shots that maybe they should miss?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the natural, flow of the game. It's not logical that a team scores 10 points in a quarter with the type of talent that they have and think that everything you did was good, right? And I think it's a credit to the guys, right? You have to have the humility to know, like, hey, we won that quarter 21-10, but here's 10 possessions that we have to get better at if that result goes differently. So we used, we always talk about those 15 to 20 possessions. We used a few of those at halftime to be like, hey, here's how we have to combat the variance. We have to combat the variance with continuing to control the margins. And it's funny, the first play of the third quarter, we give up an offensive rebound, we give up a foul, and those are the things that hurt. That's where you can't combat the variance, So it's credit to the guys for continuing to chip away at that and having that understanding of, like, you can play, you can be winning, but you may not be playing as well as you need to win, and I thought we had a good mentality throughout the game.
Sunday, the world wanted to talk about Jason. Kenny had to think about Derek White, which we'll get to in a second, about being a top 5 player. We talked to Jalen after the game. Remember, we were talking about his game, but all Jalen wanted to talk about was all Max and I wanted to talk about, which is Baylor. if they say comparison is the thief of joy, then I can't steal his joy because I literally have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, I think for young players, you have two ways that you can go about it. You can look for ways to play your game, or you can give the game what it needs. And I think Baylor, with his work ethic and our player development staff and really his smarts, he just gives the game what it needs, and it could look different every night. It could be rebounding, it could be guarding the team's best player, it could be making shots, it could be offensive rebounding. He's smart as a player to know, okay, this is what the game needs, and I'm going to adjust my game to that. And and I think that's one of the biggest strengths that he has.
So here's my question about young players. Young is relative, obviously, in the league, and confidence. How do you keep a player confident when their minutes could theoretically be reduced, or they're going to be in and out? How much of that is you and the staff, and how much of that is some people are genetically just more confident and more equipped to handle it?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of all that stuff. I think he's the kind of kid that will handle anything. I think it's important to have conversations, and from staff, me, assistant coaches. I think it's a strength of the locker room. I think it's also, you have to just kind of understand this is what, we're given the game. And losing your minutes doesn't always mean it's because you're not playing well. It could be because we're doing X, Y, and Z. And so I think at the helm of it, it's the competitive character of the guys. Right underneath that is just constant communication at all levels to make sure we're all on the same page.
I didn't bring up the Kenny Atkinson's thing before the game about Derek, but when you were asked about it afterwards, your answer intrigued me because you talk about, as we often talk about on and off the air, the numbers that us mere mortals see versus the numbers that you get to look at. What is an example of something that is important that we don't see that you can track statistically?
Yeah, the quality of shots that you're able to create for other people when you're on the floor. And then I think also the way you can impact your teammates defensively when you're on the floor. I think, he's a connector on both ends of the floor. And he's a guy, you're talking about Baylor, he's another guy that can keep his confidence regardless of what's going on. And there's been times where he's hit 3 shots in a row, but we've taken him out to keep the sub count a certain way, and he doesn't care about rhythm, doesn't care about momentum, he doesn't care about anything except competing and connecting with his teammates. And I think that those are two huge things, and the world can learn a lot about that.
I think that's fair to say. If avoiding live ball turnovers and the crashing in the offensive rebounding is the central part of the offensive efficiency, something you talked about from the start is the simplicity of getting 2-on-1s. And what you're going against, of the teams we've seen this year in the 60-something games, I'm not sure there's been a better team with the cross-matching that played you that way than the Spurs did in January.
Yeah, no question. I mean, I think, Sweeney's one of the best defensive coordinators. He does a great job. Their staff does a great job. Luke, who was, we did a lot of that with Luke, and he obviously adds another layer to their defense. But their ability to cross-match, their ability, they're in 2-on-1s, but they close them fast, right? And it's not just creating them, it's keeping them. Can you keep the 2-on-1? They do a great job of, they're in 2-on-1 situations for a little while, but they close them extremely fast. And some of that just is obviously because of their personnel, but some of it, a lot of it is, because of their schemes and what they're able to do. So they're going to be great in our spacing, going to be great in our reads, and, it's going to be a fun challenge tonight.
Is Wemby a bigger part of preparation, a bigger headache offensively or defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just got to focus on the stuff that you can control. I think at the end of the day, that's...
Where can you control more with him? Which side?
Yeah, I mean, well, one... it's, if he percentage of points getting to the free throw line or offensive fouls, you can take those. That's where it starts. All these guys, you have to pick. To me, it's like, okay, what can we control? We control transition. We can control fouling. Okay, after that, we'll be willing to live with. Okay, we're going to live with this starting into the game, and then depending upon how we're playing offense or what's going on with it, then we're going to have to adjust to that. So I think it's just having a clear understanding of what we have to take away regardless of circumstances, and then what do we need to read the game and take away during the game.
A really high level first game. Let's see if it's the same tonight. Celtics Spurs next to the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in well over 90% of cases. Here's one of our patients, Bill, sharing his experience on our ED treatments.
My name's Bill, and I'm a patient at Northeast Men's Health. I suffered with ED for a couple of years, and I wasn't satisfied with my intimate life with my wife. If you have a problem, find a solution. If you have ED, seek out Northeast Men's Health. Go there. You've got nothing to lose. I am having good sex, but it's not just about the sex. Colors are brighter. My mood was brighter. I had more passion for everything in my life, not just sex, everything. I'm going to Northeast Men's Health Go there, give it a try, meet the people there. They'll take care of you.
Thanks, Bill. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Friday night at the Garden, the return of Jason Tatum was the very definition of feel good. The reality of what faced the Celtics when it was over was feel worried. 3 straight road games against NBA elites, all playing well. Sunday afternoon in Cleveland, though, the Celtics did what they've done all year. Scoff at the mountains they've been told are too tall, then climb them. Peyton Pritchard, deep on the left side. Harden slides his feet. Pritchard moves to his right. Fed into a double team. Pressed along the sideline. Pritchard in some trouble. Gets it away to Queta. Queta turns. Attacks. Kicks out to the wing. Open. Tatum. 3. Got it!
Big men step up at big time.
The Celtics keep breathing the thinner air at the top of the NBA mountain and thriving. Now they have reached the top. Thursday night against the champion Thunder, and tonight against an absolute monster. The Spurs have won 15 of 16 and are pushing said Thunder all the way in the West. The Celtics' impossible season faces its next impossible challenge. They take on Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs in San Antonio next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, Amica Insurance, your New England Honda dealers, Cambridge Savings Bank, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
And by Delta Dental of Massachusetts, Brex, your New England Chevy dealers, Town Fair Tire, Big Y, nicely done, and by Comcast Business.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
And by your New England Ford dealers, Mass Mutual, Wendy's, Clinton Savings Bank, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, Ticketmaster, and by your Boston area Lexus dealers.
It is Banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is Banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
And San Antonio, welcome back to the heart of the NBA. You are right on center stage tonight at Frost Bank Center. Starting lineups brought to you by Amica Insurance, exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. Spurs have won 15 of 16 since they had that snow travel disaster in Charlotte. They have been virtually unbeatable. Just had that one bad afternoon game in New York. And, of course, they will start Victor Wembanyama in the middle. Devin Vassell and Justin Champagnie, who has been lights out shooting threes. A smaller front court with De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle, now maybe one of the best backcourts in the NBA. The Celtics will once again sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Sam Hauser, University of Virginia.
Jaylen Brown, California, Berkeley.
Jason Tatum, Duke University.
Neemias Queta, Utah State University.
And good luck, Neemias Queta going head-to-head with Victor Wembanyama. Ford F-150 first quarter, presented by Ford F-Series, #1 selling pickup, #1 truck in brand loyalty. Tonight's contestant, Mary Beth Crowley of Wellesley Apostle, goes up by 15. At any point in the first quarter, Mary Beth will win the opportunity to see a game for the Ford Sports Tech end of the contest at 98.5thesportshub.com. 10 seconds of perspective, Max, before we tip this game off. Whenever we see these teams that are sort of back in the mix that we're going to see the next two nights, San Antonio, the defending champs, Oklahoma City, both of them and other teams in the league had to go through how many empty 20-win winners to get back there. Consider the fact that the Celtics have never left the spotlight and essentially have been an elite team in the NBA, a contender or close to a contender for going on 25 years now.
It's crazy to think about what Joe Mazulla has done. His troops and his vision, Brad Stevens, all those guys have to be executives of the year. You have to be looking at them that way.
Entering the 23-24 season, only two teams in NBA history had averaged 1.2 points per possession on offense in the history of the league. Joe Mazzulla's last three teams have now averaged that, including this 2016. Another NBC national game. We had one against Philly. We'll have one at home against Minnesota. And tonight here in San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama wins the jump ball backwards. Spurs in the very familiar home white, black and silver trim. They will go left to right. Celtics in the traditional road green, the way it should be. De'Aaron Fox against Jaylen Brown. Castle with the dribble handoff. Devin Vassell strong down the right side, and Derek White throws it off the glass. No good. Scramble for the rebound, and Keita wins the first defensive board as Wemby pulls back on defense. Derek White into the front court. Watched by Castle. Bounce pass, first touch for Jaylen Brown. Champagnie will guard him at the start. Keita sets the screen. Jaylen dribbling up top, pulls up at 18 feet. Jumper rims out. Rebound. Keita gets a hand on it, but all he can do is deflect it onto the Boston bench. It'll be Spurs ball. Remember, when we saw the Spurs in January, Jaylen Brown was shooting those moon shots over Wemby. Knocked down a couple of ridiculous threes that had ice on them coming down because of the arc he had to put on. De'Aaron Fox, left-hand dribble, has to step on Jaylen. Drives strong, runs it up, no good. Offensive rebound, easy cleanup, put back for Wemby.
It really wasn't even a shot. That was just a throw it off the glass, let Wemby get it. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come up with an assist there.
Derek White, catch and shoot, quick right side three, swish.
And I know you talked about the best two guards. I thought we just saw the best two guards in Cleveland.
Harden, who clearly is not 100%. Wemby pulls up for three, no good. Rebound Tatum. Ask anyone off the record with the Celtics. They'll tell you if Wemby wants to shoot 7 or 8 threes, go crazy. That's what the Celtics want. Derek White, a former Spur, still beloved here. Tatum enters back to Keita, who dives in. Of course, Wemby right there to block it. Into the hands of Castle. Here comes Fox running the break. Fox kick out in the corner. Open. Vassell, three. Got it.
So you all wonder, why don't these guys just take layups?
Becomes a live ball turnover when you get a shot block. Jaylen Brown, 3 pump fakes. Wemby doesn't go for it. Kicks to the corner. Tatum throws out. Catches it from Derek White. Follow-away three is no good. Wemby has the rebound. He's looking for Vassell's way. Instead, he's going to keep it. Drives into Sam Hauser. Hauser slaps the ball away. Out of bounds, and Wemby immediately crumbles to the floor. Did Hauser get him on the hand, slapping for the basketball?
Did he get him in the face? That's what everybody's looking at.
That was a big part of the conversation last night.
Did Wemby do Mutombo? Did he do Mutombo? I'm looking at this. He puts the finger out and wags it.
NBC Boston is not showing the right replay, so we haven't seen the Wemby thing. He's holding his hands to his face.
His eyes
this
look
happened
like
last night. It's another dirty play by Lou Dort as he smashed Jokic in the face.
It looks like, he's wet. Ooh.
Yeah, Sam Hauser kind of reached out to give the hand to Wemby, and Wemby sort of blew him off a little bit. Now we're finally getting a look at the replay here. Yeah, Sam Hauser absolutely got him in the face. He tried to put that right hand up, but it was too late to do it. And as he lifted the right hand up, he caught Wemby in the face. So they have to look at that, almost by definition. It could be. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a flagrant one on Hauser.
It's funny how these fouls you talked about, flagrant fouls. This was during the 80s, no flagrant foul. There isn't even any blood there. I mean, he got him, but this should be just a common foul, or are you going to give him 2 free throws?
Well, remember, you were allowed to escort fans back to their seats back in your day.
And nothing happened.
5-3 is the early San Antonio lead. We played 1:46. Wemby starting to get patched up. We didn't see any blood, but they send it back out there. He's talking to Tyler Ford, like, what are you calling here?
Tyler,
he did not look at it.
Wow.
So it's just a...
Hauser comes back to him and taps him up again. Get away from me, son.
Wemby's got a mean streak in him. He's got a competitive fire. It was really on display against Holmgren last year. Champagnie can't get around Tatum, moves it back to Wemby straight away. Keita comes out, challenge at the three-point line. Wemby dribbling right hand to left hand, works his way down the right side. Derek White reaching for the ball, can't get it away. Wemby throws it cross-court into the corner. Champagnie steps to his left, misses the three. Rebound quickly for Hauser, and here's Jaylen up the middle of the floor. Jaylen Brown against De'Aaron Fox. Muscles his way to the elbow, pull-up jumper, bounces out. On the rebound on the weak side for Castle. Castle up the middle of the floor, behind the Wemby screen, which basically blocks out the sun. Castle down the left side, shovels into the corner. De'Aaron Fox guarded by Hauser. Hauser slides his feet all the way into the paint, forces Fox into a step back, but he hits it from the free throw line, and the Spurs lead 7-3.
That's a magnificent shot. This time going back off the wrong leg.
Tatum moving to his right, gets a hard screen from Keita, steps into an open three. No good, back iron, long rebound belongs to Vassell. And Vassell got clipped.
Is that the thing of the day? Clip him, hit him in the face a little bit to slow him down. So far, the Celtics had some pretty good looks and just haven't knocked him down. Only Derek White so far.
Celtics 1 of 6, Spurs 3 of 6. 4-point San Antonio lead. We have played 2 minutes and 45 seconds. De'Aaron Fox splits a double team, floats with the left hand, up and good. He got around Derek White, and that was it. 7 straight for the Spurs. They lead 9-3. Remember, the Celtics trailed 11-3 in Cleveland on Sunday before turning the game around. Tatum, and to Sam Hauser. Hauser steps to a spot, straight away 3 over Vassell is no good. Good challenge by Vassell. Rebound Champagnie. Celtics have started 1 of 6. 1 of 7. Fox dribbles it off his own foot. Nope, it hit Tatum's foot and goes out of bounds. Celtics' first substitution will be Luka Garza for Tatum.
This is what you look for first with Tatum to tell me how much better he's getting. Watch him on the defensive end, because what you're doing, you're reacting to somebody else's movement. And that's the hardest thing to do.
Castle, stop and start, driving on Garza, puts it off the window and in. Celtics again trail 11-3 at the start, just as it did on Sunday afternoon. Derek White out of the Spur logo when he started his career. Moves it to Garza, played so much in the G League. Garza handoff Jaylen Brown. Dribbles to the free throw line. They double, so he finds Derek White, who dribbles into the paint. Wemby waiting, so he kicks out to Garza for 3. Got it.
Well, you need that safety valve, because what's going to happen is Wemby is going to be lined up in the paint almost every time.
Here comes Wemby, strong down the left side. Derek White blocks the shot from behind, but they're calling the foul. Celtics bench not happy about it.
Yeah, Garza's holding his head like he got elbowed in. Look at this elbow. Where's it coming?
Yeah, Wemby came in, elbows up high.
Boom.
Oh, he came down on Garza.
Yeah, he did. I know you
wow,
always
that's
say,
interesting. The officials, they didn't look at Hauser making contact with Wemby on the head, and Wemby followed through, probably frustrated that he got hit earlier by Hauser, and he got a pretty good shot in on Garza.
But you did say that one thing. It's a mean streak.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I love when you have your best players with a mean streak. And that's when I thought the Celtics were going to turn the table. When I started seeing Brown and Tatum both had a little nastiness to them, a little meanness at opposing players, that was really cool. Joe Mazulla loved it.
Get used to these numbers, by the way. Celtics are 2 of 5 from 3, 0 for 3 from 2. And that's a Wemby factor. He misses the second free throw. 12-6 is the San Antonio lead, nearly 4 minutes in. Derek White deep on the right side. Tries the corner. Wemby comes out to challenge. Derek White, slow left-hand dribble, taking Wemby with him to the middle of the floor, then throws out towards Garza. Handoff, Jaylen Brown. Shot clock down to 7. Jaylen Brown against Champagnie. Switches to the left hand, blows by him, forces it up and in over Wembanyama.
Wow, the strength of Jaylen Brown to go through the arms of the big 7-footer.
Turnover. Hauser caused it. Jaylen Brown pounced on it, turns Wemby around, but he got back, so he throws out to the wing for the trailer, and it's a 3 for Derek White.
I think I'll stop my car, guys. I see Wemby back. We've never seen Brown deviate like that.
Bridges out. We're going a different way. And it worked out. Celtics are within 1 here and another steal. Castle knocked away by Jaylen Brown. Derek White for Tatum. Jump pass is a late one. It's deflected out of bounds by Devin Vassell. It'll be a Celtics side out of bounds. And the Celtics trailed 11-3 in Cleveland on Sunday. Came back and quickly took the lead. The exact same thing could happen here if they score on this possession. Now down by 1, nearly 5 minutes in.
I think they showed a replay of Brown, and he said, Wemby, too small. Really?
He's done that before.
Against Wemby?
Well, Jalen had a really funny thing to say about Wemby, which we will get to at some point here. Because remember, Jalen earlier this year called himself the best two-way player in the league. He had a minor adjustment to that when he was asked about the guy he's facing tonight. Derek White on the inbound. Jaylen Brown catches, up fake, shovels it out to Garza, dribble handoff back to Jalen straight away. Castle fights through the screen. Hauser trying to free Jalen. They double him. He gets rid of it. Fielded on a hop by Hauser. 5 on the shot clock for Jaylen Brown. Out of the logo at center court against Castle. Switches to the left hand. Here's the pull-up. Late in the shot clock. Swish.
Man, that's a tough play. That's how you make your money. Shot clock going down. He knocks his man away and hits a 15-footer.
Second straight game. Celtics trailed 11-3 and then quickly come back to grab the lead. 13-12. Here's Dylan Harper. Switching to the right hand, throwing out to Vassell. That awkward 3 from the wing. Bounces out, and Jaylen Brown snatches the rebound, but can't pull it in. Taken away from him by Castle. Throws out to Wemby. One dribble drive, and he throws out to an unoccupied wing, and just unforced turnover by Wembanyama. Celtics have the lead and the ball when we return. Another good answer here early on the road. 6:37 to go. Opening quarter. Boston 13, San Antonio 12 on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making for a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and for the one you love. At Northeast Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 5 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Identical start for the Celtics that they had Sunday in Cleveland, falling behind by 11-3, and then quickly coming back to grab the lead. Celtics basketball presented by Amica Insurance. And Amica, they built a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about their award-winning customer service. So we might dive into this a little more later in the game, but the NBA, of course, canceled the Atlanta Hawks Magic City Monday promotion, celebrating what they called a cultural iconic location in Atlanta, which other people call different things for the certain entertainment they have there. One of the first outspoken people against it was Luke Cornett, very religious guy, and so now he was sort of the center of attention at shoot-around today for the Spurs. Now that the league kind of made that move, it's hard for me to get really that pumped up for this story one way or the other. I kind of understand both sides of it, and people in Atlanta, Max, will tell you, hey, you don't understand Magic City. It's more than the wings and the other entertainment they have there. It's an iconic place, and that's great. If you're not from Atlanta, okay, I'm not, and I don't get it. So,
well, I've been there before.
I was going to say, I have not, so I'm going to defer to you.
Occasions and, the cultural experience, I'm not sure about that, but it was pretty good dancing, and it wasn't ballet, I can tell you that.
Depends how you define culture. Jaylen Brown driving right side, misses the layup. He goes to the ground hard. Spurs have the rebound. Luke Cornett is the one who contested that shot, and Jaylen Brown wanted a foul, which he did not get. And they are letting him play here in the first 6 minutes.
Cada had a chance to dunk that basketball. He has to do a better job right now of grabbing it. Something he hasn't done since he had that All-Star game. His hands have been kind of buttery here.
Loose ball foul on Cada. Spurs with the ball down by 1. First touch for Luke Cornett. Had a really nice year. He was big when they didn't have Wemby for that stretch early in the year. Kick back out from Vassell to Castle for 3.
Castle, there's something about him, man. He can be a fantastic guard.
This is not a great shooting team, but when they hit their threes, they're almost impossible to beat. Baylor Shireman coming off some great game. Little escape dribble from the corner. Ball knocked away by Castle, but they call a reach-in foul. That was silly. Castle knows it. Shouldn't have given a foul there because the shot clock was already winding down. He had Shireman trapped.
When Shireman was standing there and Brown standing there, Brown, get out of the way. Give yourself an opportunity to get a pass or make a move someplace.
You make a pretty good case that Shireman had a career game on Sunday.
Oh, he was
Derek
great.
White moving towards his right. Attacks Cornett. Got bumped into him from behind. Again, compromise call. Dylan Harper bumped him. They were going to let it go if the shot went in. It did not. So Derek White will now go to the free throw line. Well, I will not do the broadcaster jinx until after he shoots the free throws.
Well, Greg Popovich always said this is one of his favorite players.
No question.
He loved the way his personality, loved how he handled the family. And the thing that we always knew about Derek White is when you watched him, he's a common people. I mean, I remember you were in San Antonio a couple years ago, and we get off the plane. The first thing I see, he's at the taco bar with everybody standing in line.
Yep.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, he went out. He took a couple of people out to like authentic barbecue last night here in San Antonio, which is the way to go.
You would know.
You do it here. You got to go out to like the roadside ones.
Yeah, you do.
With the white bread and
pickup trucks.
And local white bread. Now, don't blame me because I didn't say a word, but Derek White had made 25 consecutive free throws until that miss. He's moved up to 4th in the NBA in free throw shooting. 15-14. San Antonio by 1 off the free throw miss. Castle catch and shoot right side 3. That sails on him. The rebound for Ugo Gonzalez. Ugo started the game in San Antonio so Jordan Walsh could guard Wemby. In January, Jaylen Brown bounce pass back out to Ugo. Off fakes, drives past Keldon Johnson, floats it up with the right hand. It does not go, and it bounces in. That's the bad angle we have here. Celtics lead 16-15. Shot hit the rim and then bounced around. Didn't think anybody could compete with Boston for worst broadcast location, but they try here. Keldon Johnson drives, floats it up. That got blocked. Derek White adding to his league-leading shot block total for guards. Jaylen Brown for Ugo, return to Jaylen. Spins on Dylan Harper. Gets him to the free throw line. Can't muscle through, so he kicks back out to Ugo. 3 over the Cornet contest is no good on the rebound. Pulled down by Castle. 16-15. Boston by 1. Castle drives right past Ugo, throws it out to the corner. Keldon Johnson, though, guarded by Derek White. Finds Harper diving in. Extra pass. Cornet 10 feet away. Flips it no good. And the rebound for Jaylen Brown. They had a better shot there. Too much passing. Jaylen Brown gets in deep, finds a trailer. Queta dives in and scores.
And Celtics are making mincemeat right now of this great defense that we've talked about from San Antonio.
Funny what happens with the defensive numbers crater, obviously, when the Wemby comes out. As driving left side and into Shireman. Castle gets bumped to the ground and fouled. Celtics now, just like Sunday, it's a 15-4 run, and they lead by 3, 18-15.
Shouldn't be a shot here. What we're seeing is Brown stopping when these 7-footers are back there. It's like and giving a big an opportunity. I didn't think this should have been a shot here.
With no Peyton Pritchard, there's going to be a different substitution pattern. Ron Harper's going to get those minutes, so we're going to see Harper on Harper here in a second. As Castle misses the first free throw short. Jason Tatum will return. So now Joe Mazulla was asked before the game, what about these minutes? Were you happy with the minutes when Tatum and Brown were both out of the game? And he said, we've been doing that all year. We've had that for 12 minutes every night, plus the games that Jaylen didn't play. And needless to say, for those of you who follow closely, you know the Celtics, without Jaylen on the floor this year, and obviously Jason either, have been the equivalent of the 96 Bulls. They have been dominant with Jaylen Brown off the floor. Now, there's some asterisks to that when you think of the games that Jaylen plays against the best players. Comes out when subs are in the game, and obviously the games he's missed have been against Washington, Sacramento, etc. But the Celtics have been great in those environments. 18-16, Boston by 2 on the ball. Tatum, Shireman, Queta, Ugo Gonzalez, and Harper. Bounce pass, Queta, diagonal into the corner. Shireman, tough fall-away 3, no good. And the rebound belongs to Keldon Johnson, beating Ugo Gonzalez to the spot. Shireman doing that shot where he doesn't bring the ball down, just releases it quickly. Keldon Johnson into the corner, quick 3. Champagny hits the side of the backboard. Champagny is one of those dudes. He's either 1 for 11 or 8 for 11. Tatum, left-hand dribble behind the Queta screen, a running 3 on the move. That was a bizarre shot. Long rebound, fielded by Dylan Harper. He's on the run. Lead for Champagny. Back to Harper. Celtics get back defensively. Castle enters down low. Cornet sneaks in behind Ugo and scores with the left hand off the window to tie the game. Essentially, you take a bad shot like Tatum just did, that becomes a live ball turnover.
Yeah, and you got everybody going back the other way.
I tweeted the number out earlier today, but the Celtics, the runaway leader in the NBA, fewest live ball turnovers. It is not even close. Joe Mazulla, very proud of that. Tatum, watched by Dylan Harper, gets the Queta screen. Left-hand dribble, kick to the wing, open, Shireman, 3, got it.
Boy, the safety valves these guys have right now with great three-point shooters insulates guys when they make a pass, and now you can't double team.
Jason Tatum, this is like the first game. He's 0 for 3, and he's not taking a two-point shot yet. And you got to do that when Wemby's out of the game. Castle dribbles to 12 feet, straightaway jumper, no good. That's not the strength of his game. He's going to get better there, but he's not a good shooter yet. Celtics by 3 on the ball. Tatum, foul from behind as Castle tried to reach around and come up with a steal. That's a couple of silly fouls on Castle. He'll have to come out here. 2:48 to go, opening quarter. Boston 21, San Antonio 18 on the BetMGM. 98.5 WROR Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Marty.
I was a really grumpy guy, sleeping like garbage, and getting older, the energy level was just in the toilet, and that was what led to me going in. I've been treated at Northeast Men's Health for low testosterone, coming on about 2 years now. Within a few weeks, I started noticing I was sleeping a little bit better. I definitely noticed a higher energy level, but the old man crankiness just went away. I'm able to stay really well organized. Nothing slips through the cracks. Having the T treatment is leading me to keep on top of my game. What I would say to any other guy that is in the same situation where they feel like they're dragging, just call Northeast Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Marty. It's true. Low T therapy can dramatically change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 with results in minutes. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
If you're a veteran in South Jersey facing housing instability or homelessness, help is available now. The Veterans Multi-Service Center's Bringing Veterans Home program can connect you to housing and support services you've earned. Call 856-293-7321 or visit vmcenter.org today. That's 856-293-7321. Online, vmcenter.org.
Anchovies on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics by 3, 21-18. With 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Celtics trying to take advantage of these minutes. When Wemby leaves the floor, the Spurs become a very ordinary defensive team. The big man matchup brought to you by Big Y, celebrating 90 years, not just their anniversary, it's yours too. You're the Y. Victor Wembanyama, 3 points, 1 of 2 shooting. Missed a free throw, got hit in the face early by Sam Hauser on a drive. And he just alters things by his very presence in the paint.
When you have that big body out there like that, that can be absolutely distracting. I remember playing against guys like Artis Gilmore and playing against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Those guys were distracting.
What about Manute Bol? You play against him and see
Bol didn't bother me as much. He was good at blocking shots, but never blocked mine.
Tatum coming downhill, attacks Cornette, goes to the left hand and muscles one up and in. That's new.
Yeah. Well,
or should we say that's old and it's now new again?
That's old. That's old but good. That's an oldie but goodie for him.
Celtics have their largest lead, up by 5, 23-18. Cornette bounce pass. Keldon Johnson drives, floats it up and in the paint. Keldon Johnson was a big part of that Spurs comeback in the Boston game in January. 23-20, Celtics by 3. Shireman for K to swing past the Tatum, steps into a left side 3. Got it.
On the move, John. Something again, growing every time you see it, getting more comfortable.
Tatum didn't score in his first 6.5 minutes, but he's got 5 points in the last 2 possessions. Boston by 6. Dribbling to his left, Harper takes a shot on the move and knocks it down.
I don't like this, whatever they drop coverage, because guys come over, get shots that are wide open.
Harper open 3 for the corner is good over Luke Cornette. 29-22, Celtics knocking down threes here, 6 of 12. 50% outside, now 50% inside with Wemby out of the game. Keldon Johnson drives, runs it up, no good, trying to draw a foul. They're letting everything go on both sides here. Boston with a 7-point lead. Identical situation to Sunday. Shireman moves to the Tatum. Bumped by Dylan Harper. Tatum shakes him, moves to his right. Tatum trying to get the old muscle memory back. Turns, fades to the baseline, hits the side of the backboard. It's going to take a while, kids. Cornette the rebound. De'Aaron Fox up the right side, has Hugo Gonzalez in front of him. Celtics defensive numbers have been ridiculously good with Ugo on the floor. Ugo gets picked up by Luke Cornette. That allows Fox to drive, scoop it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Cornette comes up with it, and he gets hit by Ugo and goes down to the floor. Celtics are getting their money's worth here on the San Antonio centers.
This drop coverage that the Celtics do, I don't like it. Because what you're doing is Keita is in the back, and he's in no man's land. So you're not guarding anybody. Once the guard comes over, he has a wide open look. Same way with Luke doing it on the opposite side. When you have drop coverage, great shooters come off by themselves, and they have no challenge there.
So now Luke Cornette at the free throw line. First one's good.
If Luke ever had any wings from?
I'm going to say no.
Well, you don't know. Somebody could have brought some from the club. Hey, Luke, I need
I'm
you
not
to try
sure. And
something.
by the way, for Magic City, they got more publicity off this than they would have had by just having the night.
Well,
This is the second biggest publicity thing they've ever got. Lou Williams leaving the bubble to get the wings is the first. Free throw is good for Cornette. We're at 29-24. San Antonio trailing by 5. We're about to hit 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Right now, if you're syncing up with NBC. Ron Harper down the right side, leans in on Cornette, lays it up and in.
Good drive then, attacking Luke. And you said when Wemby's out the game, now the defense becomes a lot more porous.
Celtics got off to a very slow start. Now they're 12 of 24 with Wemby out of the game. Fox drives, switches to the left hand and scores. Now we're going back and forth, 31-26. Celtics by 5. Remember, Boston, the number 1 defensive team since February 1st. San Antonio is second. So they're the 2 best teams in the league. Tatum turns the corner, drives, goes to the left hand, runs it up, no good. He goes hard to the ground, gets fouled. Tatum will get free throws. His teammates race, including Jalen from the bench, to help him back up. Every Celtics fan holds their breath when Tatum goes crashing to the ground, and then they release that breath when he jumps back up.
Son, this goddamn was a good move. Got hit with the body. Now, what I'm also seeing, and we'll tell you about this part, is watching Sharman. Sharman is relieving Tatum. Are they challenged?
Yes.
Sharman is relieving Tatum from bringing the ball up the floor. And when he relieves his pressure, then you're allowing Tatum to use his strength and everything else down on the other end of the court, almost using Sharman as a human shield.
So Mitch Johnson, oh, by the way, everyone's talking about Bickerstaff and Joe Mazulla as Coach of the Year, and no one's talking about Mitch Johnson here when the Spurs were, considered to be a team that probably could take the rise and make the playoffs. And here they are right on the heels of the OKC Thunder, clearly the second best team in the league to this point, their full body of work.
Well, he got him on the arm.
He got him on the arm enough.
Yeah.
Was it a hard foul? No, it wasn't. Is it worth risking your challenge for? I don't think so. I think they're going to lose this challenge.
This is not a good challenge by the Spurs if I'm looking at it right now, because Tatum comes in, the little flick play, and he was looking. He didn't know if he wanted to pass. And this is what I'm talking about. Luke is standing back in the back, and the offensive player gets to you too quickly where you have to make a decision instead of trapping, making them do something else.
Tyler Ford, one of the real underrated officials in the league, is our crew chief tonight. Taking a look at it.
Boom, boom. Get a chance to see it.
Camera time.
He slapped him right, boom, on the arm. Well,
there's very little. It's almost incidental contact, but it's always risky to challenge when there is some contact. Tatum did kind of go in a little bit out of control. This one really could go either way. Let's find out.
After review, Cornette does not make illegal contact to the arm. Therefore, it's been overturned to a no call. The challenge is successful. San Antonio will retain their timeout. They have the ability for a second challenge later in the game. There was no imminent possession. The ball was loose at the time of the whistle. Therefore, we'll have a jump ball at center circle between any two in the game.
No free throws for Tatum.
Yeah, what you're going to see, though, Sean, is Tatum is going to start getting that contact when he gets stronger and gets more in line with his body of wanting to create the contact. Sometimes you don't want to create the contact, when you're hurt.
This sounds counterintuitive, but it's almost a good thing to have Tatum go to the ground a couple of times like this and realize it's going to be fine. Cornette and Keita will jump it. Cornette wins the jump ball, kind of stole it.
Kinda?
Back into the hands of Carter Bryant, the rookie from Arizona, who we did not see in the game in January. So no free throws to the Celtics, and the Spurs get possession, so it turned out to be a great challenge. 18 on the game clock, 9 on the shot clock as we count it down to the first quarter. Celtics by 5. Over the shoulder pass gives Bryant a 3 from the corner, and he hits it. It's a big swing. Celtics were up by 5. Would have had free throws. Instead, they don't get the free throws. 3 from Bryant makes it a 2-point game. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Tatum, pull up 3 straight away. No good. He forced that. Rebound goes out of bounds. Which way? 1.5 to go. Spurs will get a chance to heave it here. Tatum's really forcing these shots.
Yeah, watch out for Fox here.
Champagny, or I should say it's the inbound from Fox to Harper, and he will try from three-quarters court. It's a fall short air ball, and that will do it. For pretty entertaining first quarter. Celtics end up getting outshot, but they control the shot margin, and they got to the cup once Wembanyama went to the bench. End of one at Frost Bank Center. Boston 31, San Antonio 29 on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in well over 90% of cases. Here is one of our patients, Bill, sharing his experience on our ED treatments.
My name's Bill, and I'm a patient at Northeast Men's Health. I suffered with ED for a couple of years, and I wasn't satisfied with my intimate life with my wife. If you have a problem, find a solution. If you have ED, seek out Northeast Men's Health. Go there. You've got nothing to lose. I am having good sex, but it's not just about the sex. Colors are brighter. My mood was brighter. I had more passion for everything in my life, not just sex, everything. I'm going to Northeast Men's Health. Go there, give it a try, meet the people there. They'll take care of you.
Thanks, Bill. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR after the game.
That boy Wemby is a problem.
Yeah. Told you this
big problem. When I say I'm the best two-way player in the league, it's not counting Wemby. Like, Wemby don't count. Wemby don't count. He not even human. I'm the best human
player.
Human player.
Important clarification from Jaylen Brown. He means he's the best two-way player in the league that's human. Wemby doesn't count.
Wow. I mean, what a statement that is when you think about what Wemby does to the game and how he changes the game now. Because we're talking about guys who block shots. He can cut the floor off like nobody else. I remember I said that about Akeem, who could dominate both ends of the floor better than anybody. What happens when Wemby's offense catches up to his defense?
Ford F-150 first quarter brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. The Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. Celtics lead by 2, 31-29. As we go to the second quarter of Game 2 of the road trip, Celtics will spend the night here in San Antonio, fly to Oklahoma City tomorrow afternoon. Thunder off after playing last night. They'll have the extra day off. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander tries to make history Thursday night against the Celtics by breaking Wilt Chamberlain's record, the most consecutive 20-point games. Tatum.
Oh, thank you for clarifying that.
Enters to Garza. By the way, Jaylen Brown is actually fourth on that list right now of active 20-point streaks. In the corner, Sam Hauser's three is good. He didn't like it. He chased it, but it was right down the middle. Sam Hauser had a really nice game quietly. 5 threes on Sunday afternoon. 34-29. Celtics out 7 of 14 from 3.
Sam guarding Wemby?
He is right now. A kick to the corner. Bryant open again. Hits again. That's twice. Carter Bryant, the rookie's been open, and twice he has hit.
Uh-oh.
14th pick in the draft. Their days of picking high are over. Tatum pull up 3. No good over Wembanyama. Why are you trying to 3 over Wemby? Tatum now 1 of 6 from 3. He's taken 9 shots in 10 minutes. That's a big difference in the first 2 games. Dylan Harper against Sam Hauser. Beyond the right elbow. Backs it out. Moves into the corner. Bryant is open again. No good. What Celtics may want to flip through a scouting report here. Derek White lead for Sam Hauser. Return to Derek White straight away. Zips the entry in deep towards Garza, who's getting pulled down by Dylan Harper.
And you're doing that because Wemby is out of the lane now, because he's more interested right now of staying over with Hauser. Boy, Hauser shot that one, and they show Wemby running towards it. I mean, you had to put snow on it to get it over his hands. He jumps that high.
They'll be happy to know that the snow is almost gone in Boston. Inbound Derek White, a couple of 70-degree days in a row back in
there's
Boston.
snow in San Antonio. It's just
Derek White drives, spins, switches to the right hand, and scores on the backpedaling Champagny. 36-32. Celtics by 4. Lead for De'Aaron Fox. He's open. It's a 3, and it's good. Celtics didn't get back defensively. Fast-paced game does not really suit Luka Garza. 36-35. Celtics by 1 early second quarter. Derek White stripped clean by De'Aaron Fox. Don't see that too much. Fox the easy left-hand layup, and the Spurs now have regained the lead.
He's so good. He does so many things.
Derek White for Jaylen Brown. White, Brown, Garza, Hauser, Harper. 5 on the floor for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown bumped into from De'Aaron Fox. Fouled on the dish off to Garza.
Yeah. De'Aaron Fox was one of those guys when he was drafted. He took advantage of so many people. We talked about the guards who were up on him, wanted to attack him, play better than him, drafted before him. He's like Kobe. He would put your name up on the bulletin board and destroy you later on.
All the great Sacramento Kings are gone. Sacramento, they have the worst record in the league. Jaylen Brown, bounce pass into the corner. Harper from a tough angle, got it.
Boy, they're drawing Wemby out. If he's going to be staying in the lane, you got shooters out there.
Good news is Celtics 8 of 16 from 3. The bad news is they only lead by 2 and almost fell behind as Bryant was open again for a straightaway 3. Derek White rebounds the miss. Jaylen Brown enters towards Garza. Garza got pulled down, so they give Jaylen the turnover. Jaylen threw it towards the contact. As Garza was getting yanked down, they didn't make the call, so it becomes an unforced turnover.
Oh.
I'll say this about this crew. They have let both sides play. Harper down the left side, finds the cutter. Bryant spins on Garza, pump fake, step back into the paint, scores. Carter Bryant make an immediate impact there. 8 points in 4 minutes off the San Antonio bench for the rookie. Now we start over again. Tie score is 39. Jaylen Brown for Derek White. Left-hand dribble, attacks the paint, goes to the right hand and lays it in as Garza was standing between Wembanyama and the lane for Derek White to drive.
Wemby is being drawn outside by those great shooters they have in the corner.
41-39, Boston by 2. 8:50 to go first half. Harper finds the open man. It's Bryant again in the corner. 3 is no good. And the rebound deflected off a couple of guys. Ends up in the hands of Dylan Harper. Knocked away from him, though, by Sam Hauser. Harper picks up the loose ball. A lot of turnovers. Everybody playing fast and loose. Both teams aggressively going for steals. Jaylen Brown looking for Harper. Catches in the paint. Shovels back to Jaylen in the corner. Jaylen pressured by Carter Bryant. Left hand escape dribble from the free throw line. Throws back out to Hauser for a straightaway 3.
You're watching Wemby. And Sean, you're watching like I am. Wemby is standing in the lane. That should be 3 seconds defensively.
Maybe they can't see that high. 5 straight for the Celtics to break the tie. Mitch Johnson will call the timeout. 8:17 to go. First half, Boston 44, San Antonio 39 in the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in well over 90% of cases. Here is one of our patients, Bill, sharing his experience on our ED treatments.
My name's Bill, and I'm a patient at Northeast Men's Health. I suffered with ED for a couple of years, and I wasn't satisfied with my intimate life with my wife. If you have a problem, find a solution. If you have ED, seek out Northeast Men's Health. Go there. You've got nothing to lose. I am having good sex, but it's not just about the sex. Colors are brighter. My mood was brighter. I had more passion for everything in my life, not just sex, everything. I'm going to Northeast Men's Health. Go there, give it a try, meet the people there. They'll take care of you.
Thanks, Bill. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound. shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Coming up at halftime, Joe Murray will be along with scores from around the NBA. I think the Celtics' run of catching the gaining ground of the Pistons will end tonight as Detroit is up by 33 at halftime at Barclays Center. But the story in the NBA tonight is very, very clearly, Max, Bam Adebayo. Are you keeping an eye on this on your multi-screens there right now?
Yeah, what's that?
It's halftime in Miami. Bam has 43 against Washington. 43 in the first half for Bam Adebayo.
I don't think of Bam being that kind of scorer, but my goodness. Putting in work.
The franchise record for the Heat is 61. That was LeBron.
Keep showing these plays, and I'm watching Wemby. He is literally just playing a zone, and they do have Sam and everybody else out here shooting threes, knocking them down.
Celtics by 5, 44-39. 8:17 to go in the first half. Luka Garza, closest one to Wemby. It's like an elephant guarding a giraffe. Harper down in his defensive stance against Devin Vassell. Entry, Wemby, free throw line against Garza. Wemby considering his options. Ducks the shoulder, drives, hangs in the air. He's looking for the cutter, but he threw it over the head of Stephon Castle. If Castle was also 7'5", he might have caught it, but Wemby turns it over. Celtics by 5 on the ball. Derek White, left-hand dribble, left side of the floor. Wemby guarding. Derek White moving to his right, pull up, 19 feet. Tough shot on the move is no good, and Wemby comes up with a rebound. Garza got knocked down. He is slow to get up. It's a 5-on-4. Garza stumbling, trying to get back into play. Keldon Johnson finds the open man. Castle left corner three. Comes up short. Wide open shot, and he missed it. And the rebound for Sam Hauser. This is the Achilles heel, if there is one of the Spurs team, is the shooting. Jaylen Brown dribbling low. Protects it. Kick out to Derek White. Up fakes a deep three on Castle. Returns it to Jaylen Brown on the wing against Vassell. Jaylen attacking, scooping, scoring. This is a great sequence here for the Celtics, and they have pushed the lead up to 7. 46-39. Matches their largest. Spurs led by 8 early, just as the Cavs did on Sunday. This game is playing out identical to the Cleveland game. Wemby catches. He's going to fire a left wing three. No. Rebound. Harper. Told you the Celtics would be content to have Wemby shoot from out there all night. Wemby just 3 points here in 10 minutes. He's only made one shot. Jaylen Brown jumps to his left for Garza straight away. Garza, handoff. Derek White, open three. No good. Back iron on the rebound for Wemby. Celtics have been crashing the offensive glass all year. They're trying tonight, and then there's just a big tree waiting for them. Harper spinning, floating it. No good. Rebound, Sam Hauser. The defense and the rebound for Sam Hauser. Derek White races into the front court. Drop back to Garza. He's open. It's a three. It's short. And the rebound belongs to Castle. Diagonal lead for Dylan Harper. Up the right side. Hand back to Castle. Castle against Jaylen Brown. One dribble. Here comes Wemby into the play. Trail three. Got it.
You're going to miss all of them.
Celtics had 2 chances to extend the lead. Instead, the Wemby three cuts it to 4. 46-42. 6:17 to go first half. Here's Jaylen Brown. Spinning on Wemby. Tough step back. Got it. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Stopped on a dime and faded, and the alien was all over that ball.
8 points, 7 assists for Jaylen Brown here in the first half. Celtics by 6. Wemby going to try another straightaway three before Garza can get there, and he knocks it down.
About that idea.
Wemby missed his first 2, but now he has made 2 in a row.
The idea of him
35% from out there. How about a Hauser answer? Yes, from the wing before Vassell could get there.
They are moving this ball so quick. The pace of this game is really good. Don't let Wemby get open again, though.
Celtics 10 of 20 from 3. Only lead by 6. A jump step in the paint. Castle gets fouled. Late call. Do they get Derek White or do they get Garza coming from behind? Looks like Derek White.
Wow, and they're giving them 2 shots. Derek White looking like, and 2 shots? Boy. Wemby reaching and saying,
When Castle becomes, he may not become an elite shooter, but when he becomes a better shooter and a decent, good shooter, look out.
Yeah. I mean, he is dynamic, taking that ball towards the hole. Offensively, he has an array, but as you said, His Achilles heel is the fact he's not an excellent jump shooter.
Carter Bryant comes back in the game. It's an interesting story. His grandfather is in the Deaf Basketball Hall of Fame. Both of his grandparents were deaf. He's done a lot of work for that community.
You're sitting over there on the bench, though, is our good friend Kelly Olynyk sitting over there.
Kelly Olynyk and Luke Cornett.
Boy, Kelly Olynyk has seen some teams.
Kelly has bounced around. He stayed in the league. Remember, he came in the Giannis draft. He came in Brad Stevens' first year. After the free throws, 51-47. Boston lead is 4 despite the hot shooting here. And offensive foul, Garza moving screen. Third Boston turnover.
You shouldn't really get that play with anybody out there, especially when you have Wemby out there. Because you can set a pick and that guy can come off easy. Joe Mazulla looking up at the screen like, no, you're not going to challenge that.
Castle takes the handoff back from Bryant, moves it to Wemby, spinning, runs right into Garza, and the ball got jarred loose. Derek White comes up and then hand to Jaylen Brown. Wemby turns it over. Jaylen dribbling low against Bryant, gets the Garza screen, dribbles to the elbow. Wemby waiting for him, so he shovels back out to Garza, swung to Derek White. Jaylen pops back out, up fakes the three, then blows by Wemby, flies through the air, and then missed the highlight dunk. Derek White, though, saves the offensive rebound. The dunk hit the rim, so the shot clock reset. Derek White dribbles to 10 feet, short little jumper, no good. Garza crashing, kept it alive, but can't keep it in bounds. Wow. Boston bench wanted a loose ball foul called on the Spurs. That was a wild sequence. That would have been a highlight of the year for Jaylen Brown, up faking Wemby, then blowing by him, but he missed the dunk.
Got right there to the rim, just couldn't complete it. Took off, two hands up high, and just hit the back.
Yeah, it came out of his hands a little early and went off the back iron. The Boston lead is 4. Now the team been able to grab a double-digit lead here in the first half. Back and forth we've gone. Spurs have lost an 8-point lead. Celtics have lost a 7-point lead. Celtics lead 51-47 right now. 4:38 to go if you're syncing up. NBC, another big national game. De'Aaron Fox dribbles to the mid-block, throws back out. Castle straight away. Moves it left wing. Wemby looking for his third straight three. This one rims out. Rebound Jaylen Brown. Spurs +1 on the glass. That was what they were in the game in Boston. They ended up out rebounding the Celtics by a single rebound. It's one of 6 times in the last 37 games Celtics have been out rebounded. Jaylen Brown floats it to Derek White on the wing. Pretty good look. Right side three. No good. Back iron rebound. Castle has it knocked away by Hauser out of bounds. Spurs ball.
Said Celtics love to crash the glass. Not a lot of extra rebounds out there with the big alien.
Harper comes out. Celtics with Garza. Baylor Shireman returns with Hauser, White, and Jaylen Brown. Tatum's played 10 minutes, 2 for 9. De'Aaron Fox goes around. Jaylen Brown scoops with the left hand. No good. Offensive rebound just smothered by Wemby going over Garza, and he throws it back down.
Oh, my goodness.
Wemby's up to 9 points now.
He scooped that one up and flushed it in.
51-49. Boston lead down to 2. 3:43 to go in the first half. Jaylen Brown pressured along the sideline, got bumped, lost it out of bounds. Once they didn't call the foul, it was going to be a turnover. Jaylen palms up to the sky. Can't believe there was no foul there.
Yeah, it was a push in the back.
He is chasing down Tyler Ford. He is barking at him. Fans want a technical. Tyler Ford narrows the technical. And now Jaylen Brown goes to another official. Somebody better go grab Jaylen. And now finally, Shireman, Derek White, they've got to step in front of Jaylen. They threw him out. They threw him out. Backside official on a nationally televised game. Tyler Ford gave Jaylen Brown a long leash, and Jaylen Brown's not done. He's going right back out after Tyler Ford. The Celtics have got to grab a hold of Jaylen Brown. Luka Garza stepping between Jaylen Brown and the officials. Celtic security now on the floor, grabbing a hold of him. Joe Mazulla is out there too now. That we have never, ever seen Jaylen this mad. Always frustrating when an official makes a mistake and then compounds it. But full credit to Tyler Ford. He was going to let it go. But then it was one of the other backside officials that threw Jaylen out of the game.
Well, what you have was Jaylen approaching the official right now in a hostile manner.
The last thing you wanted in a game like this was to have an asterisk on it, and now you will. This had been ramping up from earlier in the game. You've heard me say it several times that they're letting everything go tonight. Ball don't lie in the technical as Devin Vassell misses it, but all this comes with 3:38 to go in the second half. Jaylen Brown ejected. There's 2 technical free throws here. So Vassell missed the first one. Second one is good. That gets them within 1.
And you can see
Now the
Derek
Celtics
White.
will have to play without Jaylen Brown.
You can see Derek White still talking. Here's the push in the back we talked about. He just said push in the back.
I mean, it was an ugly. I mean, Tyler Ford was staring right at it. It was a bad, the officials make mistakes. And I think I'm trying to read Jalen's lips. It was almost like that's the second time or that's the third time you did that. I'm trying to get a look at the replay. We're a million miles from the court, so we can't tell. I can't tell from here which official threw him out, but I believe it was Suish Mafia that did it. The 3 from the corner is no good. Offensive rebound for the Spurs. Going to give Wemby an up fake on a 3. Drives on Keita. Runs it off the window, no good, but they call another foul. Wemby will get free throws here to try to put the Spurs up with 3:26 to go in the first half.
Well, now you're putting more pressure right now on Tatum to take over this basketball game. Now, does he have the strength to go, as many minutes later on in this game? But, boy, you could see the foul. I saw the foul. I saw his reaction. But when he went back towards the official, they consider that a hostile type act. When you walk towards a guy. If he's walking away, that's one thing, Sean. You've talked about that before. When the guy walks away, you're diffusing it. When a guy walks towards an official, then you're incensed and you're inflaming it.
And Suyash Mehta, I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to defend his crew chief. But you got the feeling, and again, we're a million miles away, but this is just my sense of doing this for over half my life, that Tyler Ford was going to try to let the situation diffuse. I don't think he was going to throw Jaylen out, but the backside official did. 1 or 2 free throws for Wemby, 6 straight for the Spurs. They tied the game at 51. Now the Celtics have to play without Jaylen Brown. Tatum back in the game, catches left side, 3 is good. Jason Tatum answers for his ejected teammate, and the Celtics lead 54-51. Man, this thing is taking on a different feel quickly. 3 minutes to go first half. They run away from Wemby. His 3 bounces out. Rebound punched by Bryant. Great save back into the backcourt, and Vassell cannot get it. It's over and back. Backcourt violation. And this will now be Celtics ball when we return. We'll see if we can reset everything and settle it down. 2:52 to go in the first half. National game in San Antonio that Jaylen Brown will watch from the locker room after his ejection. Boston 54, San Antonio 51 on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making for a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and for the one you love. At Northeast Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 5 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans accepted. Take the first step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, Full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
And Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Well, coming up at halftime, Joe Murray will update you on scores from around the NBA, but the story has quickly become here where Jaylen Brown has been ejected. Who's talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's 20-point streak. Jaylen Brown had the third longest going on in the NBA right now. That is over as he's ejected with 8.7 assists, playing 13 minutes tonight. And we talked to players around the league. Everybody has different opinion about different officials. And looking at the replay, Tyler Ford really seemed to be. Tyler Ford has kind of a smug look on his face from time to time, and he certainly seemed to have that reaction when Jaylen Brown said that's the second or third time you missed that call. The only credit I can give Tyler Ford, he teed him up immediately. I don't think Tyler Ford was going to eject him. But the younger official, Suya Osmeta, did from the backside. And now the Celtics will play without Jaylen Brown. They lead 54-51 with 2:52 to go here in the first half. Joe Mazulla, Tyler Ford gave Joe Mazulla his say, too, during the timeout. I just tweeted that video out. So we talked about this all year. The Celtics without Jaylen Brown have been phenomenal this year. Let's see how they do tonight with Jason Tatum back on the floor. Does this change the minute restriction on Tatum? He's played 10 minutes to this point with 2:46 left in the first half. Tatum catches here left side. Couple of dribbles, works his way to the mid-block, pull up 18-footer. Got it. That's old school. Tatum up to 7, 56-51. Boston by 5, 2:27 to go in the first half. If the Celtics win this game without Jaylen Brown, I mean, this could be sky's the limit. Driving, kick back out from Fox to an open Wembanyama for three.
I don't like these contests.
Told you Celtics would take their chances with that shot, but Wemby's now 3 of 5 from distance.
When you start hitting them, then you change your defense.
56-54. Tatum catch, turnaround, shooting a three from the right side, no good. Wemby has his 4th rebound. 12 points, 4 rebounds. Our stats are down here, but trust me when I tell you that's what it is. There's an offensive foul. Fox picks off Shireman while he was trying to get to Wemby. There's a San Antonio turnover.
Might have got that on Wemby. Hit him with a little butt pick as he was trying to come off. Yeah, it was a moving pick. Good call. But it's funny when you let them play and then you start tightening up everything else with calls. That's not good.
The real numbers on Wemby, 15 points and 5 rebounds. Oh, they can't get the stats working here. We're like 30 miles from downtown in the middle of nowhere. Derek White, left-hand dribble, turns the corner, gets to the elbow, jumper, bounces out, but he got fouled by Bryant. And Derek White will get free throws with the Celtics up by 2, and this game is taken on a totally different field now.
Well, now it's called survival if it's the Celtics. Make plays and get something out of all these plays that you come down. A little tap on the arm then. Not much of one, but still a little tap on the arm.
It is great to have the Spurs back in the mix. This has become a ghost town out here the last few years.
They decided that they were going to go out of the city. Everybody else is essentially bringing their arenas in the city, and theirs is out of the city.
I know you played at the Hemisphere Arena. I was one of the few people. I loved the Alamo Dome. I thought it was great because a lot of the arenas could look the same and feel the same. And when you played at the Alamo Dome, which is still where the Spurs played when I first came into the league, it just felt like you were somewhere different.
I didn't like it. It reminds me a lot of the Superdome in Detroit. No, not the Superdome. What was that in Detroit?
That's the Silverdome.
Silverdome's
Detroit. Superdome is New Orleans.
And that place was so big, it didn't seem like it was for basketball. And I did play in the Superdome too. Also, when Pete Maravich was down there playing against them, when Utah Jazz, eventually Utah Jazz.
Kingdome in Seattle too.
Ugly. It just, I don't know. Something about the spacing was different.
Got a good trivia question for you later that I've given away the answer to already. The Aaron Fox drive, spins and scores with the left hand on the backpedaling Shireman. We're at 58-56. Shireman, extra pass in the left corner. Harper, open three. No good. Weak side rebound to Aaron Fox. Celtics really getting good shots here. Diagonal lead for Castle. Works his way to the middle floor. Drop back to Champagny, who's been invisible in this game. Castle, watched by Harper. Remember, no Peyton Pritchard. No Vucevic, and now no Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. Wemby flips a pass up in the air, a wild pass, or else Hauser got a piece. Wemby turns it over. Tatum, lead for Hauser, open right side three, no good, back iron. Celtics over crash, rebound though is tapped out to Hauser. I'm going to put back three, bounces front iron, no good, rebound Wemby. He's got to be up to about 8 rebounds now. Obviously, Wemby's broken the stat machine. There's some trail three from Castle. It's no good. Wemby deflects the rebound all the way out to the corner for a Vassell three. That's no good. Tatum chases down a defensive rebound. Celtics hang on to the lead. Up by 2. 2 for 1. 38 seconds to go in the first half. Tatum pushes Vassell away, and his pull-up three is no good. Back iron. Tatum continues to struggle from the floor. Tatum 4 of 12 now. 15 on the shot clock. 23 on the game clock as we count it down here in the first half. This game has gotten wild. The Aaron Fox left-hand dribble. Kick out to the wing. Castle dribbles to the free throw line, stumbles in the paint, forces one up, and banks it in. Tying the game, leaving the Celtics 13 seconds here to go in the half.
You did talk about him. He can drive. He might not be shooting, but he can drive.
Hauser. Windows right, Wemby in front of him. Bounce pass for Tatum. 2 seconds to go. Tatum has to fall away. A three from the wing is either partially blocked or it's an air ball. And the first half comes to an end. No Vucevic. No Pritchard. Tatum now 4 of 14 from the floor, and Jaylen Brown ejected. And yet the Celtics go back into the locker room against the hottest team in the NBA, right back where they started in a tie game. Coming up, Joe Moore will run you through scores from around the NBA. Bam Adebayo is going absolutely crazy tonight. He's already gone past 50 points in a game that's still in the third quarter in Miami. I'll tell you all about that. World Baseball Classic, Patriots new wide receiver, Bruins playing at the Garden. It's one of those nights. And high emotions here in San Antonio where the Celtics and Spurs are tied at 58 at the break on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making for a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and for the one you love. At Northeast Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 5 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
Joke is on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
3:43 to go in the first half. Jaylen Brown pressured along the sideline, got bumped, lost it out of bounds. Once they didn't call the foul, it was going to be a turnover. Jaylen palms up to the sky. Can't believe there was no foul there.
Yeah, it was a push in the back.
He is chasing down Tyler Ford. He is barking at him. Fans want a technical. Tyler Ford, there's the technical. And now Jaylen Brown goes to another official. Somebody better go grab Jaylen. And now finally, Shireman, Derek White, they've got to step in front of Jaylen. They threw him out. They threw him out. Backside official on a nationally televised game.
Well, that was Jaylen Brown getting ejected in the first half of a big game on national television against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. And, well, taking care of business, the refs. That's who was in the first half. It's presented by Cambridge Savings Bank, taking care of business. Stars with a great team. With CSB, you got a partner who puts you first, so you can focus on what matters most. Visit CambridgeSavings.com or stop by a branch to start your relationship today. Member FDIC. Well, it's a tie game, just in case anybody's wondering what the score is. It's 58-58, so Celtics had control of the entire game in this one. And then, well, the officials happened. And Jaylen Brown has already gone to his phone and says this is the stuff he is talking about. Well, he left the game tonight. Right now, Jaylen Brown had 8 points in 15 minutes. His night is done. He had 7 assists in the first half. He was having an excellent game. Well, also having an excellent game in his third game back, it is Jason Tatum, was played 14 minutes, 10 points, 4-14 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, including this basket.
Tatum back in the game, catches left side, 3 is good. Jason Tatum answers for his ejected teammate, and the Celtics lead 54-51. Man, this thing is taking on a different field quickly.
Yeah, they're going to need more Jason Tatum in the second half, and who else will step up there without Peyton Pritchard tonight, who's missing the game tonight with neck stiffness. So far, just to give you some of the bench points, Ron Harper Jr., 8 points off the bench in 16 minutes. Luka Garza's got 3. Baylor Shireman has 3, and Hugo Gonzalez 2 points in 7 minutes. Well, somebody else that's playing very well and has done so well since the return of Jason Tatum, it's Derek White. He's played 19 minutes, got 13 points so far, 5 assists. He's got a block, 3 rebounds, including this basket.
Derek White, catch and shoot, quick right side 3, swish.
And I know you talked about the best 2 guards. I thought we just saw the best 2 guards in Cleveland.
Well, a lot of guard play tonight on both sides. Of course, you lost Jaylen Brown, but when you look at what Stephon Castle and his 10 points so far in the first half, and De'Aaron Fox and his 13 points, it is excellent guard play. What a good call by you, Cedric Maxwell. It's 58-58 at halftime, and well, looking at the rest of the Celtics tonight, Neemias Queta has 2 points in his 12 minutes and 4 rebounds. And how about Sam Hauser starting again, 15 minutes. He's 3 for 6 from the field. He's 3 for 6 from downtown. He has 9 points. Let's hear it from 3.
Enters to Garza. By the way, Jaylen Brown is actually 4th on that list right now of active 20-point streaks. In the corner, Sam Hauser's 3 is good. He didn't like it. He chased it. But it was right down the middle. Sam Hauser had a really nice game quietly. 5 threes on Sunday afternoon.
Well, Sam, I didn't want your three-pointer to go unrecognized, but that streak by Jaylen Brown of 20 points, well, that one's going to end tonight as Jaylen Brown, the story of the first half, he's ejected on national television. Of course, the Celtics playing back-to-back games, San Antonio and Oklahoma City, 2 of the best teams in the NBA, to see how they were going to be matched up. And, well, it's 58-58 at halftime, and the Celtics, without Jaylen Brown, will now have to rely on Jason Tatum? Who knew? We'll have your Sports Hub headlines coming up on the other side and take a look at the NBA scoreboard. And wow, something big going on in the NFL, a rejected trade. We'll have that and more. I'm Joe Murray here on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Marty.
I was a really grumpy guy, sleeping like garbage, and getting older, the energy level was just in the toilet, and that was what led to me going in. I've been treated at Northeast Men's Health for low testosterone, coming on about 2 years now. Within a few weeks, I started noticing I was sleeping a little bit better. I definitely noticed a higher energy level, but the old man crankiness just went away. I'm able to stay really well organized. Nothing slips through the cracks. Having the T treatment is leading me to keep on top of my game. What I would say to any other guy that is in the same situation where they feel like they're dragging, just call Northeast Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Marty. It's true. Low T therapy can dramatically change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 with results in minutes. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
If you're a veteran in South Jersey facing housing instability or homelessness, help is available now. The Veterans Multi-Service Center's Bringing Veterans Home program can connect you to housing and support services you've earned. Call 856-293-7321 or visit vmcenter.org today. That's 856-293-7321. Online, vmcenter.org.
Anchovies on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
By Celsius Energy Drinks.
Well, scores around the league are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tire, you can go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody. Here we go. I was waiting for someone to yell that, because you know they got the best deals. 76ers up 127-117 right now, fourth quarter. Pistons all over the Nets, 90-55 in the third quarter. Heat all over the Wizards. And, well, Bam Adebayo has 40 points. He had him at halftime. Hawks 97, Mavs 91. Rockets 59-51 over the Raptors. Suns trail the Bucks 73-65. Later on tonight, Bulls, Warriors, Hornets, and Blazers. Kings, Pacers, and Lakers, Timberwolves in the nightcap. We have a big trade rejection in the NFL. Max Crosby not going to the Ravens, now being sent back to the Raiders. They'll have to figure that one out. Romeo Doubs, now a member of the Patriots, signed as a free agent today. And the Bruins, well, they're hanging on to a 1-0 lead right now over the Kings in the third period. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off your next drive-through oil change. I'm Joe Murray. Second half's next on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Plainridge Park Casino, where winning moments never end. Grab your quick favorites at Slice and Wahlburgers or unwind at Slack's Oyster House and make the night your own. Catch every big play at the Sportsbook. Feel the excitement on the slots floor with every spin and keep the energy going with live music that hits just right. Every moment is a winning moment at Plainridge Park Casino. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Most people would rather assemble a 300-piece cabinet than search for insurance. That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Hey, it's Bob and LBF in the morning with a fun start to your day. Grab a cup of coffee, hit the road, and laugh on your way to work.
Then, when you get to work, take us with you for great songs all day long.
You can listen on our free 105.7 WROR app at WROR.com or on your smart speaker by saying,
Play 105.7 WROR. It's that easy.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowes.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowes.com/same-day delivery.
Plainridge Park Casino, where winning moments never end. Grab your quick favorites at Slice and Wahlburgers or unwind at Slack's Oyster House and make the night your own. Catch every big play at the Sportsbook. Feel the excitement on the slots floor with every spin, and keep the energy going with live music that hits just right. Every moment is a winning moment at Plain Ridge Park Casino. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Bon Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
It's time for This Date in Celtics History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
What a pass by DJ! 42 for Paul Pierce! A three-pointer for 98! KG is locked and loaded tonight. Kendrick Perkins for Pierce. Against Iguodala, dribbles through two men, hangs in the air, lays too hard off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, though, Kendrick Perkins. He will throw it all the way back out to the left wing, waiting. Ray Allen drives. He will pitch it out to Kevin Garnett, 20-footer. Got it at the shot clock buzzer. Garnett has been money from deep distance tonight. The Celtics lead by 6.
Now, that's how he's hitting those jump shots when he first got with the Celtics. He kind of slacked off a little bit, but now seems to have found the range again.
2008 championship team did a lot of things. They were the first team to win 50 games in 16 years, the first Celtic team to do it, and they did it on March 10th on their way to 66 wins and, of course, an NBA championship. Our 25th anniversary Grandy and Max season. It's This Date in Celtics history, brought to you by Blue Sky. If you have a property disaster, visit bluesky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. Order has been restored to some degree, but the Celtics now already with a mountain to climb. Now we'll have to do it the rest of the way without Jaylen Brown, who got ejected. We are tied at 58, going to the third quarter. And, Max, it's funny seeing the instant reaction online. It really depends the angle you come from. I think very clearly the ejection should never, ever have come from the backside official. That was Tyler Ford's decision to whether or not to eject Jaylen Brown. He didn't choose to do that. It was the younger official that did it. But Jaylen Brown obviously was he justified in losing it to the degree that he did? Because there was clearly a ramp-up with some non-calls earlier in the game.
Yeah, he got pushed. There was no question. Got pushed in the back, and he was frustrated by that. But once he went to the official, and I thought he gave him a little leeway, then he got a little bit more in his face and called technical. And the lead official wasn't going to call it. But the sub-official said, look, you can't come up on my guy like that.
All right, second half begins. Celtics wearing the road green. Shireman moves back into the starting lineup here with Keita, Tatum, White, and Hauser. Derek White down the right side, spins it up and in with the right hand. He was playing that Keita lob, and they took it away from him, so he just drove all the way and took the shot. Celtics score first in the third quarter, lead 60-58. 15 and 5 assists for Derek White. De'Aaron Fox is knocked away by Shireman, returns to Wemby. 3 threes already, looking for a fourth, and he's got it.
I know you said they don't mind him shooting as many as he wants to, but when you start knocking him down, you have to start challenging a little bit more.
He's an average three-point shooter, but not tonight. He's 4 for 8 now away from the ball. We get a call on the Spurs here. As Fox ends up fouling Derek White with the ball in the hands of Keita. Spurs have regained the lead. We've gone back and forth a couple of times here. Spurs now lead 61-60 early in the third.
Probably the best person who's done the job on Wemby tonight might have been Hauser. Just staying under his wing, making it tough.
And punching him in the face. That was probably the best defense they played on. Wemby with 18 and 8 now. Tatum, left side, drives into the paint, tried to rise into Wembanyama and lost the basketball. Trying to draw a foul. Trying to rip through Wemby right down the middle of the floor. Kick to the corner, looks like Vassell, and he's got the three. Back-to-back threes by Wembanyama and Vassell. And it's a 4-point San Antonio lead, 64-60. Celtics have been great this year with Jaylen off the floor, but it's going to be a tough call for them to do it again tonight. Derek White drives, flips it up and in with the right hand, gets 2 of the points back.
Wow, nice little runner. He's getting it in between. That's a nice thing to do.
De'Aaron Fox whips it out to Wemby, looking for a 5th three, and he's got it.
Okay.
What were you saying?
That you might want to get up on him. You said the Celtics would be okay with him shooting that many. Not tonight.
Normally he'd be 3 of 9. Tonight he is 5 of 9. He's got 21 points, and the Spurs lead 67-62. I think he missed his first 2, so it's 5 of his last 7. Derek White missed the 3 from the wing. Rebound Champagnie. Champagnie's usually the hot hand. He has not scored in this game in 16 minutes. Wemby, left side, another 3. No good. Back iron, long rebound. Shireman and Hauser collide, but Shireman comes out of the pack with it anyway, as he always seems to. Wearing the white T-shirt under the green uniform. Finds Hauser, dribbles around. Vassell to the baseline. Short jumper's good.
Wow. Hauser on the move in these jump shots. I am loving that with him.
Now, the Celtics are making 2s and not 3s. Fox will try a 3 and hit it over Shireman. And the Spurs have hit 4 threes out of the locker room here. 4 for 6 from 3, and they lead by 6. Tatum into the corner. Hauser guarded by Champagnie. Whips it to Keita straight away, looking Derek White's way. That was taken away by Fox. Keita dribbles slowly to the left side, now finds Derek White, puts it to the floor quickly. Wemby waiting in the paint, reaches down, slaps the ball away, and throws it back out, but it's threw it right to Keita, and Keita gets fouled. Wemby saved it under his own basket, cardinal mistake. And he threw it right to Keita, who ends up getting fouled and will go to the line with Boston now down 6 early in the third.
Keita's been very quiet in this game, but that contest right now, Luke contest, I'm not crazy about that.
Well, it worked. The Cornette contest worked on the Magic City promotion. Got that canceled.
Well, people in Atlanta right now will never forgive. Keita misses. They will never forget Luke. He will always be public enemy.
Spurs have already gone to Atlanta, if you're wondering, this year, but I'm sure they'll remember next year. Celtics only got 6 free throws tonight. Made 4 of them. Keita gets 1 here, but the Spurs on a 12-5 run. Lead by 5, 70-65. Here's another 3 from the corner. Champagnie misses again. Not been his night, and the rebound for Derek White. He's had some wild games this year where Champagnie just looked like he couldn't miss. Derek White dribbling low, Castle on his shoulder, pulls up, feeling contact, shot comes up short, but Derek White will go back to the free throw line. Very clearly, Derek White is taking this on himself here with Jaylen Brown ejected to try to take over. He's up to 17 points.
Yeah, coming off this pick, and that was a nice pick by Keita. Gets his man on his backside, and look at that hand, that offhand on the lower body, right around the hip, and the officials made a very good call then. Players are sneaky sometimes. You let them get away with something, they will continuously do it until you call them out on it.
First free throw is good.
Like this move. Garza comes back in. Now it might be more of a challenge.
Garza can't get out to guard Wemby at the three-point line.
Well, he has a better chance of where Keita's standing.
Derek White makes the free throws, starts a new streak for himself. He entered the game having made 24 in a row. He hit his first. Missed one. Now he has made 4 in a row. He's now 63 of his last 67 from the free throw line. Free throw elbow jumper is good for Vassell. But Spurs can't miss here.
It's a good back pick then set on Wemby.
San Antonio 5 of 7 to begin the third quarter, including 4 of 5 from 3. 72-67, San Antonio by 5. Trying to win for the 16th time in 17 games. Derek White has Wemby in front of him, dribbles around him. Wemby just waiting, trying to block the shot, but Derek White used his body and just put it off the glass very quickly and scores.
He gator-armed him then really quick as he put that ball up on the glass.
72-69, Derek White up to 21 points. Wemby, the no-look pass into the corner. 3 is knocked down by Castle. That's the blind corner for us. We can't see who's there, but give the 3 to Castle, his second of the night. He's up to 13 points, 75-69. Spurs by 6. Spurs already with 17 points in the quarter. Tatum up fakes on Wemby, drives past him, gets to the cup, scoops it up and in.
Nice job. Get him off his feet then, the big. He took the pump fake, and good play then by Tatum just to get towards the hole.
12 points for Tatum, but it's taken him 15 shots, 5 of 15 to get there. Celtics held the Spurs under 1.1 points per possession in the first half, but ugly third quarter here defensively. The Celtics, again, if you're just joining us, Jaylen Brown ejected late in that second quarter. The Aaron Fox nasty step back 3 comes up short on Shireman. Rebound for Hauser. Hauser's been good tonight. 11 points, 5 rebounds, good defense. Derek White has Wemby in front of him again. Backs it out. Vassell trying to hog-tie Tatum. Derek White just pulls up, shoots a 3, and drills it.
And Wemby was waiting for him to pick to come up, dropped his hands. Shooter has ball, knockdown shot.
1 point game, 75-74. Wemby, pull up 3, bounces out, finally ends his run, and Tatum has his 4th rebound. Celtics can regain the lead here. Tatum up the middle of the floor, push pass for Shireman, slot drive to the left side, Wemby waiting. Shireman circles back, Throws to Tatum. Tatum sees an opening, steps past Castle, scoops up and in. How about these Celtics again? 7 straight. And the Spurs will call a timeout as Tatum goes to the ground more out of exhaustion and adrenaline than anything else. Just keep taking pieces away from the Celtics, and they just keep coming at you. 6:55 to go. Third quarter, Boston 76, San Antonio 75 on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Marty.
I was a really grumpy guy, sleeping like garbage and getting older. The energy level was just in the toilet. And that was what led to me going in. I've been treated at Northeast Men's Health for low testosterone coming on about 2 years now. Within a few weeks, I started noticing I was sleeping a little bit better. I definitely noticed a higher energy level, but the old man crankiness just went away. I'm able to stay really well organized. Nothing slips through the cracks. Having the T treatment is leading me to keep on top of my game. What I would say to any other guy that is in the same situation where they feel like they're dragging, just call Northeast Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Marty. It's true. Low T therapy can dramatically change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 with results in minutes. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
On Jovi's on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Not sure what there is going to be to say if the Celtics find a way to win this game tonight in San Antonio. They're up by 1, 76-75. 6:55 to go in the third, playing without Vucevic, playing without Pritchard, and Jaylen Brown ejected in the second quarter. Jason Tatum still trying to find his way back. A lot going against them, against one of the hottest teams and certainly one of the best teams in the league. Sellout crowd jamming into Frost Bank Center here in San Antonio. Attendance brought to you by Ticketmaster. Feel the thrill of live Celtics basketball at TD Garden all season with seats from Ticketmaster. Make it a swish. Buy and sell your tickets today at Ticketmaster. After the OKC game on Thursday, Celtics will return home to face the Washington Wizards. And I don't know what kind of offensive night the Celtics are going to have on Saturday against the Washington Wizards. But I can tell you what kind of night Bam Adebayo is having. Because with 9 minutes left in Miami tonight, he has shattered LeBron James' franchise record for points. Bam just scored again. He has 69 points with 9 minutes left against Washington tonight. 69 points. 24 of 29 from the line. He's made 7 threes.
Never seen him as that kind of shooter. That was a meanness. Just saw a little play with Wemby a minute ago. Shoved Tatum after he got through with the shot, a little elbow in the chest. Sneaky but effective. Tatum comes out of the game.
Sixers in their losing streak, beating Memphis at home, but they just lost Tyrese Maxey for 3 weeks. Attacking left side, Dylan Harper scores over his brother. At the rim with the left hand. Now Ron Harper coming back the other way, returns it to Derek White. Spurs lead 77-76. Midway through the third. High emotional national televised game. But NBC's going to pop a big number for this one. Derek White turns the corner, falls away in the baseline. Blocked. Guess who? And Castle comes out of the pack with it. Castle dropped for the trailer. Open. Keldon Johnson for 3. Rims out. And the rebound. Ron Harper deflects it to Shireman in the corner.
How long can you keep Tatum out of this game?
The Harper brothers are guarding each other here in this sequence of the game. Shireman for Garza. Swung left side, Derek White. Wemby comes out, puts that long reach of the hand in the face of Derek White. We are midway through the third quarter right now if you're syncing up. White, pull up 3. Left side comes up short. And Dylan Harper has the rebound, stepping in front of his brother to get it. Keldon Johnson. They just let him shoot a 3. Wide open, and he knocks it down. What are the Celtics doing? Again, back in the drop coverage.
Drop coverage because they were trying to protect Wemby. It's on the inside against a smaller guy.
Spurs by 4, 80-76. Big offensive quarter for San Antonio. Derek White for Hauser straight away. These are the top 2 defensive teams in the league the last 6 weeks. Not tonight. Ron Harper, up fakes, hand back to Derek White. 5 in the shot clock. Wemby in front of him. What's Derek White going to do? Put it to the floor. Blows by Wemby. Attacks the paint. 2 pump fakes. Puts it high off the glass and scores, beating the shot clock. He had to use the geometry to outmath Wemby. Attacking right side, Castle. Floats it up. Late block by Harper. It's going to be a goaltend. Give the 2 to Castle. 82-78.
It was like when he got ready to shoot the ball in, Derek White, he looked up and it was just dark. He couldn't even see because Wemby was like a big building standing on top of him.
Spurs on pace here for a 40-point quarter. Where did Wemby? Oh, Wemby had that huge game against the Lakers a couple of weeks ago out in L.A. And they couldn't stop San Antonio at all. Derek White, right-hand dribble on Vassell, gets to the dotted line. Tough shot on the move is good. Derek White has got his mojo back.
Derek White is being Derek White again.
Tatum on the bench. Jaylen Brown in the locker room. Derek White's up to 28. Back home here in San Antonio where it all started for him. Castle goes left side. Dylan Harper up fakes on his brother. Return to Castle. Right side. 3 in the air. Short. Rebound. Headed for the corner. Keldon Johnson saves it. Out to Devin Vassell. Great job. Keldon Johnson's been doing that all year. Dylan Harper driving on his brother. Throws back out to Wemby. Up fakes the 3. Steps to his left. Launches. Hits. 6th 3 of the night for Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio by 5.
Scouting report sometimes is right, sometimes is wrong.
Well, the math says that Wembanyama's a 35% three-point shooter, so you can't stop him in the paint, so you're better off with him shooting threes. But if he goes 6 of 12 instead of 4 of 12, you're down 5 instead of up 1. Hauser, left side, Shireman dribbles past Vassell, then throws a bounce pass out to the corner for a Ron Harper 3. Nobody missing here in the quarter. 27-25 San Antonio in the quarter, and we still have 4 minutes left. Wemby drives and gets fouled, going right into Garza.
There's nothing Garza can do. I like the fact he's putting his body on him. But when he comes in like that and attacks, boy, it's a tough thing. Boy, I tell you, he was just shooting over a cloud. Yeah, Wemby's that kind of guy. He's going to be, if he stays healthy, I don't know how many MVPs he's going to get before he finishes. And I remember talking to Sean Elliott about this. He said, if we get Wemby, he said he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He said, other people, he's going to be good. But he said, I said, so why is that? He said, because we know how to do it. We did it with Tim Duncan. We did it with David Robinson. Real farm.
I mean, Sean.
I'm just telling you what he said.
I would say respectfully to Sean Elliott, it's insane if you think Wemby wasn't going to be a Hall of Famer no matter where he went.
I'm just telling you what he was reporting to me. He's reporting the news.
Free throw's good for Wembanyama. He's up to 26 points, 8 rebounds. He's made 6 threes.
That the Celtics can keep this thing this close to me.
His career high is 8 now. Foul along the sideline. Dylan Harper fouls Derek White. Celtics will make some changes. Get Keita and Hugo Gonzalez in the game for Hauser and Garza.
Well, now Victor comes out. Are you going to get to the rim, and how quickly can you get there?
Spurs -1 with Luke Cornett tonight, +5 with Wemby. Leading by 4 with 3:46 to go in the third. Derek White floats to right side, caught by Shireman. Puts it in the left hand to get away from Dylan Harper. Harper tees him up, so the handoff instead to Keita. Celtics trying to reset, but the shot clock is down to 3. Ron Harper drives, lob for Keita, met at the rim and gets fouled.
Ooh, that was
takes a tough fall.
Yeah, shot clock was down to 0.8. He got that ball up, but Keita's had a hard time today trying to score against Wemby. And this defense, it slowed him way down.
Wembanyama has outscored Keita and Garza combined 26-6. And yet, Keita gets a couple of free throws here. Boston will only be down by 2. Jaylen Brown back in the locker room after getting ejected 2 technicals in a crazy sequence with 3:28 to go in the first half.
Wonder what the NBA is going to say about that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot looked at.
Yeah.
Bam's up to 70, by the way.
Whew.
It's becoming one of the all-time great scoring games. It's going to be a top 10 game. We saw one with Devin Booker doing that in Boston years ago. Cada gets the free throws. Meanwhile, here with the country watching, we got 87-85 Spurs by 2 with 3:26 to go in the third. Dylan Harper moving to his right behind the corner screen, gets in deep, scoops and scores. Cada was late to react. Spurs can't miss. The Spurs have 31 points in the quarter with 3+ minutes left. Shireman, bad pass cross court. He thought Derek White would be able to get away from Dylan Harper in time to catch that pass. Shireman just overshot him. 6th turnover.
Very seldom you see Shireman make that kind of play.
Celtics shooting 41% from 3. They do not lose games when they shoot that well from 3 or have this kind of offensive efficient night. But big offensive third quarter here for the Spurs. Aaron Fox against Hugo Gonzalez. Dribbles behind the Cornet screen to the mid-block. Throws it back outfield and on up by Dylan Harper. The lefty 3 is good. Spurs just chewing the Celtics up here in the third quarter. They've got 34 already as Joe Mazulla calls timeout with 2:48 to go in the third. San Antonio 92, Boston 85 on the BetMGM WROR Celtics Radio Network.
As men get older, our bodies change. We all know that. And often we just accept the changes as the way it is. But some of those changes, such as bad sleep patterns, low sex drive, brain fog, no energy, and reduced gains in the gym, could be due to low testosterone. And that is something you can change. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And even if you're in your 30s, if you're experiencing some or all of the symptoms I just noted, you very well may need low testosterone treatment. With our treatment protocols, if you're like most men, you'll be amazed at the change. You'll have more energy, improve mental clarity, your sleep will be better, so will your workouts, and you'll likely find your sex drive increases too. So give us a call today and make a change for the good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 5 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
If you're a veteran in South Jersey facing housing instability or homelessness, help is available now. The Veterans Multi-Service Center's Bringing Veterans Home program can connect you to housing and support services you've earned. Call 856-293-7321 or visit vmcenter.org today. That's 856-293-7321. Online, vmcenter.org.
On Joe is on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Celtics now down by 7, 92-85. A big offensive third quarter for the Spurs. Finally going to give Jordan Walsh a chance to end this game to try to cool them off. The Spurs with 34 points already in the quarter, 2:48 to go. They lead by 7, 92-85. Celtics have 19 assists on their 32 field goals, with each one $25 from Delta Dental. As always, to the Tough Schools Dental Medicine Scares for Veterans program. Follow along at 98.5 and sportshub.com/veterans. 2 big stories in the NBA right now. The Jaylen Brown ejection, this game of the night with the country watching, but attention now being divided. And everybody looking at Miami at Kaseya Center, where Bam Adebayo now has the 4th highest scoring game in NBA history, and there's still 4 minutes left. Derek White dribbles to the dotted line, floats to the left corner. Jordan Walsh in the game for the first time. Up fakes, drives, crazy scoop, no good, but he draws a foul. And Jordan Walsh will go to the line with the Celtics down by 7 and 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Everybody knows about Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. Kobe Bryant's 81. Wilt had a 74-point game. And now Bam Adebayo is 4th all-time. As Jordan Walsh gets the first free throw.
Bam, I never saw Bam as that kind of scorer. But on any given night, if you're a great player in this league and you get your opportunities and you get hot.
He's up to 76 now with 3:26 to go.
Well, doesn't look like he's going to get 100.
Alex Sarr playing against him has 28 tonight. He's going to be, hey, I had a pretty good game. I had 28. Champagny up fakes in the corner. Looked like he's double dribbled. They don't call it. Kicks out to Dylan Harper. We're at 92-86. San Antonio with the lead. Fox challenged by Ugo. Pump fake, steps through, and Ugo stayed right behind him and slapped the ball away with that big, long reach. Ugo, hand to Shireman. He knocked down Fox. Offensive foul. Fox ran right into him, and when Ugo turned around, Fox was right there, but they're calling the foul on the rookie. That takes a odd man break away from the Celtics.
Fox was just chasing the play up. Good hustle by him. He wanted to hand this basketball off.
Bam is up to 77 points now. He's made 30 free throws in that game. De'Aaron Fox, crazy scoop with the left hand. He's trying to lob it to Cornette. They're calling a foul. Queta fouls Cornette.
That's an automatic play now. That almost any big comes in on the offside, and you have a guard swinging in. You're just going to throw that ball up high, but no shot attempt here for Luke.
Dylan Harper, left-hand dribble to the elbow, open jumper. Jordan Walsh late to get there, no good. Cornette keeps the rebound alive, but eventually it's Shireman coming out of the pack with it. Boston down 6, trying to hang in here without Jaylen Brown. Ejected in the second quarter. Derek White dribbles into traffic. Ball slapped away from him. Out of bounds. They're giving it to, they're calling a loose ball foul. Tyler Ford signaled Spurs ball and then said, no, wait a minute. I called the loose ball foul.
Joe would have had a cat then.
Yeah, he would have.
If that would have happened, because it was clearly like he was fouled.
Reading lips earlier, Max, what Joe Mazulla said to Tyler Ford during the timeout after the ejection was that's not the way to do that. That's not the way to handle that. And I think Tyler Ford agrees with him. There's a pool report. We're not really going to find out the inside as Derek White at the free throw line with San Antonio over the limit gets the first free throw. But I feel pretty confident that when they got in the locker room, Tyler Ford told Suyash Mehta, don't do that. I'll handle it. If I want him ejected, I'll do it. And the fact that Suyash Mehta is still being seen on NBC with millions of people and Jaylen Brown isn't, is not the design of the television deal, I promise you.
The NBA didn't sign up for that one?
No, they did not.
You know, even with this game right now, all the things happen with the Celtics. Celtics is a winnable basketball game if they can tighten up their defense and maybe bring Tatum in the fourth quarter.
Derek White has cut it to 4, 92-88. Wemby back in the game, handed Dylan Harper. Harper challenged by Hauser, bounce pass to the corner. Champagny drives, throws out to Wemby. Step back up, fakes a 3. Draws the contact from Derek White. They're calling the foul. Spurs are going to be unhappy that it is not a shooting foul. They called the foul on the floor, and Derek White is unhappy with the call in the first place, saying he hit me first.
Guys, let me see where he hit it. Boom.
That's not a good call.
Yeah.
Wemby went forward with the shoulder to create contact and then stepped back. He should get 2 free throws here, not 3, because they called the foul on the floor, but the Celtics, I would imagine, are over the limit. They are.
Joe Mazulla is jumping right now down the official's face. Derek White. Derek White was trying to explain something, and it looked like Joe Mazulla said, "Oh, hell no, that didn't happen."
Bam is still in that game, playing with the entire bench for Miami. He's got 77 points with 2:40 to go.
Wow, are you trying to?
Yeah, listen, you get a chance to get 80. You got to do it. Wemby gets the free throws.
So
94.
If he gets 80, you take him out there?
Maybe they're going for 81, which is obviously the Kobe game, the second highest scoring total in NBA history. Can't wait to see the highlights of that one. Garza for Hauser. Now Derek White up fakes the three on Bryant. Attacks, draws the contact, banks it in. Score to the foul. Derek White is just not going to let the Celtics surrender tonight.
Yeah, putting in work. This time had his man up in the air. Got him in the popcorn popper. Went right to the body. Boom, 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 boom. Champini there. Moving his feet. Derek White said, yeah.
It almost feels over the last few days and last week with Tatum coming back, there is almost too much national momentum behind the Celtics, calling them the favorites in the Eastern Conference. But they have done nothing to dissuade that notion with the way they're playing tonight without Jaylen Brown here on the road against the hottest team. Derek White, who hadn't missed a free throw in weeks, has now missed 2 tonight. So we're at 94-90. He is 7 of 9 from the line. Spurs by 4 and the ball, 51 seconds to go in the third quarter. Wemby against Garza. Hand off to De'Aaron Fox. Drives, floats with the left hand and scores. A 38-point quarter for San Antonio, but the Celtics still hanging around, 96-90. We welcome those of you who listen to Charlie McAvoy score an overtime goal for the Bruins to beat the Kings at the Garden tonight. This one's gotten wild here with Jaylen Brown ejected in the second quarter. Derek White stepping back on De'Aaron Fox. Deep three, no good. Wemby deflects the rebound, but Ron Harper flies in to get it. Meanwhile, they're calling a loose ball foul on Garza.
I can call him Garza. He was inside out. I don't know where that call would come from. Garza was inside out. Looked like he was one being held then.
Two things going on in the NBA tonight that will be center stage in the center of all the discussions tomorrow. The Jaylen Brown ejection happening here late in the second quarter in this huge national game between two of the best teams in the NBA. And Bam Adebayo, the 4th highest scoring game in NBA history right now, has 77 points for Miami with 2:05 remaining against Washington.
I hope Jaylen doesn't say anything. I hope he has a chance to compose himself. And you don't want to see anything else bad come out of a already bad situation.
Remember, it was getting nasty with Jaylen and the officials very early in the year. Wemby gets 1 of 2. Spurs to push the lead to 7. Neither team has had a double-digit lead in this game. 97-90 San Antonio. 4-second differential on the 2 clocks as the Celtics bring it across half court. Derek White's up to 32 tonight. Tatum staying with that minute restriction, has only played 19 minutes, and Jaylen Brown ejected. Peyton Pritchard not playing tonight. 5 on the shot clock. Derek White lines up Harper, pull up 3, wide left, missed it by a mile. It goes out of bounds, leaves the Spurs 4.7.
He's dribbling himself into trouble here. Got to move that basketball, move it around, move bodies.
We're going to hand it to Wemby. He'll certainly be able to see the length of the floor, but can he make a pass? Spurs will get Devin Vassell back in the game. Try to get a last-second shot here in a monster third quarter for them.
Why wouldn't you have Wemby under the basket now? Bigger than anybody else out there. Throw it down to him.
Wemby, inbound Dylan Harper, dribbles to half court, dribbles in deep, scoops it up, blocked at the buzzer. Wow, he got the length of the floor quick. Actually got a shot away that the Celtics blocked. And now the Celtics will head to the fourth quarter, somehow still in this game. They led by 2 at the end of 1. We were tied at halftime, but a 39-point third quarter for the Spurs, and Jaylen Brown's ejection is the difference right now. End of 3 as we make the turn for home at the Frost Bank Center. San Antonio 97, Boston 90. Fourth quarter next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Marty.
I was a really grumpy guy, sleeping like garbage, and getting older, the energy level was just in the toilet, and that was what led to me going in. I've been treated at Northeast Men's Health for low testosterone, coming on about 2 years now. Within a few weeks, I started noticing I was sleeping a little bit better. I definitely noticed a higher energy level, but the old man crankiness just went away. I'm able to stay really well organized. Nothing slips through the cracks. Having the T treatment is leading me to keep on top of my game. What I would say to any other guy that is in the same situation where they feel like they're dragging, just call Northeast Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Marty. It's true. Low T therapy can dramatically change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 with results in minutes. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
Anchovies on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Fourth quarter begins as soon as we take 10 seconds here on Bam on a Bio Night around the NBA for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Beasley Media Group's 105.7 WROR. WROR HD1. Framingham, Boston. 80s and more. More hits. More variety. Way more 80s.
Grandy and Max, Frostbank Center at San Antonio, getting ready for the fourth quarter now. I'm catching a glimpse. I'm sort of watching a Miami game now, and you and I witnessed one of the ugliest things, Max, we've ever seen was them messing around with the game to give Devin Booker extra possessions. I'm not going to say this for sure because obviously I've got my eyes on a lot of different things, but it looks like the Heat are fouling on purpose to keep the game going on. But Bam has just matched Kobe Bryant's 81 points.
Okay. All right, you're at 81. Okay. All right. Now is it, you need one more? I mean, what is it? I mean, basketball guys don't like that stuff. You win the game, you played a great game, but when you start to unnecessarily foul somebody to get the basketball back and you're up by 30 or whatever it is, doesn't make sense to me. And you're talking about Heat culture, all right?
The fourth quarter begins. Wemby is out there against Garza. Spurs by 7 on the ball. Wemby, pull up top of the circle jumper, comes up short. Rebound, Sam Hauser. That's just the third two-point shot Wemby has taken tonight. Tatum, pull up 3, right side, no good. Rough shooting night for Jason Tatum here.
I wouldn't want my first shot like that.
Tatum, 2 of 11 from 3, 6 of 17 overall. 14 points in 19 minutes.
Zone.
De'Aaron Fox spins and draws the foul. Hauser tried to stay in front of him, and now De'Aaron Fox will go to the line to try to give the Spurs their largest lead.
De'Aaron Fox, boy, he's an unusual beast. I mean, he got quickness. Derek White a little bit earlier. He might have jammed his knee as he came down and holding the back of his knee here. Has ice on his knee now on the bench.
Yeah, what should have been a celebration here. Miami's just messing with the game now. They're fouling. People are going to lose their minds for having Kobe knocked out of the record books for this with Miami messing with the game like that. Is not going to play well. Fox gets 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Spurs match their largest lead. Spurs led this game 11-3, just like the Cavs did on Sunday. Then the Celtics completely turned it around, went up by as many as 7. But with Jaylen Brown ejected, Celtics can't get a stop. Harper left side 3 is no good, and a loose ball foul. Champagny fouls Garza. Can't deal with that size. 98-90 San Antonio. Remember, the Spurs had the lowest scoring total for a team in a Celtics loss this year. They only scored 100 points in the game in Boston and won. Tonight, they're at 98 here early in the fourth. Tatum on the inbound of Baylor Shireman. Shireman moving to his right. Tatum trying to set a screen. Shireman looking for an opening here. Switches to the left hand. Drives on Bryant. Leans in. Awkward 10-footer is no good. Rebound deflected by Garza. Going to go out of bounds. Spurs ball.
Always contact out there with Garza in this situation. Joe is trying everything he can right now. When you lose one of your main pieces, not through injury, but through the mistake of an official.
Spurs 2 games back of OKC in the loss column. In the West, Wemby rises into Garza contact, just trying to bait him into the foul. And that's a little free throw merchanting for Wemby, and he'll get free throws here. Try to get the San Antonio to 100 points here, 1:13 into the fourth quarter. Bam has 2 more free throws. So he has knocked Kobe Bryant from the second spot. all time. I'll tell you what, I'm trying to think of how many more times they could foul.
How much time?
A minute, 68 seconds. And they're doing it. They're fouling every time. So the Heat are making should have been a celebratory night for Bam, having a huge game, and now they're making a joke of it. As Wemby gets the first free throw.
Wow. And, Heat's always prided themselves on the Heat culture. That's not Heat culture.
No, not cool.
You hear everybody talking about that.
Because now, I'm telling you right now, real time, all I'm seeing is going to be this 85-point game for Bam that will forever be derided for being a joke when he could have had a 70-point game that everyone would be talking about forever. Wemby gets the free throws, and the first double-digit lead for either side comes with San Antonio up 100-90 with 10:40 to go. Jason Tatum spins to his right. Muscles through Fox, scoops it up and in, beating Wemby to the cup.
He wanted to call himself.
He did. Tatum up to 16 points now, but 18 shots to get there.
Use his size, to go through a smaller De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, if I were the Wizards, I would just start fouling other guys. So
you would do that.
I would do that. Bryant's three from the corner is no good. Rebound, Ron Harper.
You would do that.
Now you're making a mockery of us. Tatum on the left side against Champagnie. Tatum, stop and start. Gets to the mid-block. Here's that tough follow-away. Got it. That's a little vintage Jason Tatum. And tonight has been a typical night of these first three. There are moments he looks like Jason Tatum, and a lot of moments where he's just trying to get it back. 100-94. Celtics still not going away. Down by 6. They swing back to Bryant. Left side three. No good. He hit a couple early in the game, and now he has cooled off. Tatum grabs his 5th rebound. Tatum up the middle of the floor. Uses the Garza screen. Steps to his left. Up fakes the three. Behind the back bounce pass. Gives Garza an open three. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Shireman, great job. Kicking out to Harper. Harper cross court. Tatum. Tatum, one dribble. Steps to his left. Takes the three and banks it in.
Well, okay now.
Timeout,
okay.
Mitch Johnson. 7 straight points for Jason Tatum, and the Celtics simply refuse to surrender. 9:18 to go. San Antonio 100, Boston 97. In a year of unforgettable, ridiculous wins, this one would go to the top of the list. Back on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, it's
that's the sound of a good night's sleep, free from the worry of unexpected home repairs. With a plan from HomeServe, you don't have to stress when a covered home emergency repair hits. Simply call our hotline to schedule, we'll send a qualified contractor and foot the bill up to the benefit amount. The American dream of owning a home doesn't need to be a nightmare. Sleep well with HomeServe. Visit homeserve.com today.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in well over 90% of cases. Here's one of our patients, Bill, sharing his experience on our ED treatments.
My name's Bill, and I'm a patient at Northeast Men's Health. I suffered with ED for a couple of years, and I wasn't satisfied with my intimate life with my wife. If you have a problem, find a solution. If you have ED, seek out Northeast Men's Health. Go there. You've got nothing to lose. I am having good sex, but it's not just about the sex. Colors are brighter. My mood was brighter. I had more passion for everything in my life, not just sex, everything. I'm going to Northeast Men's Health. Go there, give it a try, meet the people there. They'll take care of you.
Thanks, Bill. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
Anchovies on 105.7 WROR.
After the game.
What a night this has been. The Celtics, as they keep having parts taken away, playing without Vucevic and Pritchard tonight. Jaylen Brown, if you're joining us late, ejected late in the second quarter. And Derek White carried the Celtics offensively through what was a difficult defensive third quarter. Celtics fell behind by as many as 10. Now a 7-0 run from Jason Tatum. He is up to 21 points, his most since returning. And the Celtics are within 3, 100-97 with 9:18 to go.
Watch what he's doing now. He's getting in position where he's getting these jump shots off quickly. Is Joe taking him out for a minute? Or he's just had the towel around his neck?
Tatum will come out. He's played 22 minutes. So if you want to keep him at that 28-minute limit, he'll sit out this segment of the game. Sitting down with his guy Nick Sang at the end of the bench. The carnage is over in Miami. Bam Adebayo finishes with 83 points, the second highest total in NBA history. 20 of 43, 7 of 22 from 3. And he made 36 free throws. 36 of 43. A lot of those came late, and obviously Miami was fouling artificially to inflate the total. This is going to be what the discussion's about. That game's over. East having a good night. Kicks to the corner. Champagny misses another 3. Champagny has not scored in this game in 26 minutes. He averages 11.5 a game. Celtics only down 3 here. Shireman finds Hauser. 3 in the air. Would have tied the game, but it rims out, and Champagny gets the rebound.
Good look, though.
Could have tied it with about 8:50 to go. Now Wemby steps to his right, takes one, rims out. Rebound, Shireman deflects it to himself. It gets pulled down by Keldon Johnson. Shireman takes a tough fall, but Sam Hauser pulls him up, says we got work to do. Now Wemby's cooled off. He has 6 of 13 from 3. Victor Wembanyama, the tallest player on planet Earth, has taken 13 of his 16 shots tonight from behind the three-point line.
Well, the game, it just shows you how the game has changed. At one time, bigs weren't even allowed to stand out there.
And he still managed to get 12 free throws. Garza, beyond the right elbow, waiting for Derek White to come off the screen. Instead moves to Hauser. Shot clock at 8 as the ball finally gets to Derek White straight away against Castle. Garza, and back to Derek White. On the switch, pull up on Keldon Johnson. Tough off balance 3 is no good. 9th rebound for Victor Wembanyama. To go along with 31 points, Derek White, game high 32. Wemby, straight away against Luka Garza. Spurs by 3, 8:08 to go. Wemby steps to his right. He's going to launch again. 3 is in the air. Got it. 7th 3 of the night for Victor Wembanyama, and the Spurs double their lead, 103-97. He is 1 away from a career high. Derek White for Ron Harper. Now Shireman deep on the right side. Shot clock already at 9. Shireman looking for an opening. Cross-court pass deflected. Shireman saves it and going out of bounds. Challenged by Wembanyama. Finds Harper. Shovel past Derek White. Return to Harper. Has to launch late in the shot clock. And he banks in a 3.
Good things happen.
15th 3 of the night for the Celtics. You're only down 3. Keldon Johnson catches in the corner and gets the 3 right back.
When you think about this, Champagny hasn't even scored in this game.
Wild. Top 2 defensive teams in the league for the last 6 weeks. Can't get a stop. They swing it around the horn to Shireman. He throws back out to Hauser. Hauser shovel pass to Ron Harper, trying to turn the corner on Vassell. He does, dives in and scoops it off the window and in. Boston down 4. Spurs trying to get up the floor quickly. 106-102 Spurs. 6:58 to go. Fox spinning. Kick out to the corner. 3 is in the air from Castle. No good. Rebound weak side. Baylor Shireman. Shireman up the left side of the floor. De'Aaron Fox waiting for him. Garza. And back to Shireman. They run away from him, so he takes an open 3 and drills it.
Shireman has played one heck of a game, man. Rebounding, knocking down critical shots. That's a big-time stuff.
Huge games for Shireman on this road trip. Celtics are within 1 here. They enter Wembanyama. Turns on Garza and just flushes hard. His first dunk of the night. Makes it 108-105.
First time in the post like that.
36 for Wemby. 108-105. Spurs by 3. 6:14 to go. It's great stuff. Derek White, freed from the Garza screen, moves it left side. Hauser turnaround, fires a 3, no good. Weak side rebound, gobbled up by Vassell. Spurs by 3, on the ball. Exactly 6 minutes remaining right now if you're syncing up on NBC. Castle, hands into the corner. Wemby, another 3. Career high, 8th of the night. Spurs by 6. Timeout Joe Mazulla and Sam Cassell screaming for a travel call.
No, it should have been. Cassell came in and just moved his feet. The big man just stood over there and drained it.
The Celtics keep climbing up the hill, and the Spurs keep pushing them back down. 5:55 to go. San Antonio 111, Boston 105 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in well over 90% of cases. Here's one of our patients, Bill, sharing his experience on our ED treatments.
My name's Bill, and I'm a patient at Northeast Men's Health. I suffered with ED for a couple of years, and I wasn't satisfied with my intimate life with my wife. If you have a problem, find a solution. If you have ED, seek out Northeast Men's Health. Go there. You've got nothing to lose. I am having good sex, but it's not just about the sex. Colors are brighter. My mood was brighter. I had more passion for everything in my life, not just sex, everything. I'm going to Northeast Men's Health. Go there, give it a try, meet the people there. They'll take care of you.
Thanks, Bill. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call today, 617-793-5000, or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans accepted. Take the first step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
Anchovies on 105.7 WROR.
After the game. The national anthem was brought to you by Mass Mutual, planning and protection on and off the court. What a wild night this has been in San Antonio. The Celtics are within 6, 111-105. Top two defensive teams in the NBA over the last 6 weeks, neither of which can get a stop. 39 points for Victor Wembanyama, 9 rebounds. He's matched his career high with 8 threes and 15 tries. Celtics getting a career high 16 from Ron Harper off the bench, 32 from Derek White, 21 and 22 minutes for Jason Tatum. On the night, Jaylen Brown got ejected with 3.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And for all the ridiculous wins the Celtics have pulled off this year, this might be the game they've convinced me more than any other that maybe they really are a championship contender.
Well, they're believing that they can do a lot of things. Now, Tatum coming back in this game, only down by 6. So
Tatum will get right to 28 minutes here. He comes back in having played 22. Final 5:45 now. Boston with the ball down by 6. Derek White lobs to Tatum. Tatum against Cornette. Step back, really tough shot. Front iron, no good. Not a good shot from Tatum. He's taking a lot of bad shots tonight. 9 of 21. Dylan Harper into the front court. Returns it to Stephon Castle. Castle against Ron Harper. Ron Harper played the Pritchard minutes tonight. Castle up fakes, bounce pass for Cornette. Last sequence here for Wemby out of the game. He's played 33 minutes. Left elbow jumper, Devin Vassell is good. So now the Spurs, 7 straight points to go up by 8. 113-105, 5:12 to go.
Celtics have one last kick.
Long cross-court pass. Saw all the way by Vassell. Picks it off, goes the distance, and lays it in. Live ball turnover, and that's the killer.
Can't throw
9
the ball.
straight for the Spurs, up by 10.
Can't throw the ball across court.
Jason Tatum got to start hitting shots. Here's the pull-up 3. Nope. Back iron. Rebound Spurs. Celtics starting to fade here. Largest lead for San Antonio, up 10. Driving. Castle gets in deep. Wraparound pass to nobody. Just threw it right to Tatum. Fly ball turnover by Castle. Tatum for Harper. Extra pass into the corner. Celtics need this 3 from Shireman. Don't get it. Weak side rebound. Derek White finds his way to it. Kick out. Tatum up fakes the 3. Behind the back bounce pass. Gives Harper the 3. That's short. And the Celtics look like they're running out of steam here.
Now Wemby about to come back in this game to close this puppy down.
Down to 4:11 to go. Spurs to the ball, up by 10. There's going to be a lot of discussion about that Jaylen Brown ejection when this one's over. Castle moving to his left. Vassell, free throw line, pump fake. Derek White crashes into him, commits the foul. Third on Derek White, and Devin Vassell will shoot free throws here. Celtics on the Baylor Shireman bank three, got it to 106-105. Midway through this fourth quarter. And all Spurs sets as they're looking for their 16th win in the last 17 games, trying to keep the heat on OKC for home court advantage in the Western Conference. First free throw missed by Devin Vassell.
I think the Celtics played a great game. So being on the road against a very good team. But when you lose one of your pieces and you have a guy like Tatum who isn't at 100% yet. But we've seen glimpses of some really good stuff here from Tatum too. Although some of his shots have not been good shots, but some glimpses of some real good stuff.
He's getting about 1 point per shot, so he has not been efficient, but that was to be expected. 1 or 2 free throws for Devin Vassell, 10 straight for San Antonio, their largest lead, now up by 11 with 3:48 to go. Tatum coming downhill, lost it, has it back. Wemby was waiting in the paint, so he throws out to Hauser. Hauser dribbles to the mid-block, tough step back, bounces out. Wemby has his double-double, 10th rebound. 11-point margin and the ball here for San Antonio, 3:32 to go.
Another guy hasn't really been, the center position has not been a good one for the Celtics here.
Mitch Johnson called timeout. We'll keep it here with 3:29 to go and the Spurs leading by 11.
Cater, who's been so good, Garza, who's been so good. Both these guys have been challenged to score tonight. If you look where Wemby is at and what they've done, there's a big gap between the two teams.
Celtics have not scored in the last 3 minutes. 10-0 San Antonio run. Celtic fans headed for the exits here in San Antonio. And out of this particular frying pan into the ultimate fire, a road game against the reigning and defending world champion Oklahoma City Thunder on Thursday night in the nationally televised game on Amazon. Late start, by the way. We'll be with you at 9 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday night. Celtics have actually chosen, very unusual for them, they're going to fly back to Boston after the game Thursday. Normally they would stay in that situation. Very late night arrival. And then the long stretch of home games begin. Celtics will play 6 of 7 at home, and the only road game is at Memphis. But on paper, what looks to be a promising homestand with Washington, Phoenix, and Golden State. Starts on Saturday night, and now the Wizards' latest humiliation that they have suffered in this difficult year is giving up 83 points to Bam Adebayo tonight in Miami. Fascinating night, but when this is all said and all done, Jason Tatum is not yet ready to carry the load that he would have had to carry tonight with the Jaylen Brown ejection. Spurs by 11, and the ball out of the timeout with 3:24 to go. De'Aaron Fox, left-hand dribble, past Tatum, lays it up and in. 12-0 run to close it here for the Spurs, up by 13. Celtics have to pitch a shutout here the rest of the way with 3:10 to go. Tatum fumbles it against De'Aaron Fox, spins back to his left, scoops to the right hand, is not yet the bounce. And they're calling a foul on Tatum, saying he was fouled. He hit Keldon Johnson after Johnson got the rebound. First foul on Tatum.
Might have pulled that arm. Came in good finger roll here by him, but just missed a shot. This is talking about being able to explode at the very end. That's where he's not at yet.
Only suspense left is going to have a 40-point game here from Victor Wembanyama. Career high 8 threes. He's sitting on 39 here with 2:51 to go. Spurs by 13. Largest lead for either side. Jump pass, Castle into the corner. Three is no good. Looked like Keldon Johnson, who took it. He missed it. And the rebound for Ron Harper. And to Derek White. Derek White having one of his biggest games of the year. Draws contact. Shot doesn't go, but he'll go back to the free throw line. His 10th and 11th free throw attempts of the night. 32, Celtics high.
Boy,
on 21 shots.
He has been so good. Derek White tonight, him shooting the ball, attacking the rim. excellent opportunities for him tonight.
Exactly 6 minutes since the Celtics' last point. This 12-0 San Antonio run looks like it'll be decisive here. They will sweep the season series from the Celtics. Winning streak comes to an end. The road winning streak comes to an end. Celtics had a chance to sweep the inverted Texas Triangle tonight. More unusual feat will be on the line a week from tomorrow in Boston as the Celtics try to sweep the California teams for the first time ever and go 8-0 if they can beat Golden State. Derek White gets the free throws. 118-107. Celtics 26-1 this year when they averaged 1.2 points per possession, but that number dropped precipitously after they got within one here midway through. Not going to have enough. Wemby.
Going for that 40.
Yeah, they're going for it here. Fox looking inside of Wemby against Shireman. Wemby looking for the 40-burger. Step back at the free throw line. No good. Rebound Shireman. Shireman diagonal lead. Sam Hauser extra pass into the corner. Harper will launch a three and hit it. Career high 19 for Harper. Margin is 8 with 2:04 to go. So the Celtics had to pitch a shutout. And since I've said that, they've run off 5 straight points. 118-110. But you just can't shake the Celtics here. They haven't played a close game in a while. Offensive foul. Wemby fouls Harper. Pushed him off because Harper was being physical with him. Now the Spurs turn it over.
Harper tried to get under his wing there in the space, and Wemby just cleared him out and just kind of just tossed him. Hit him with an elbow kind of in the mouth. That's what I mean by sneaky mean.
We might end up with some clutch minutes here. It's possible. The Celtics can get within 5. They run away from Tatum. He's open, and he drills the 3. And now we have a 5-point game, and we're into clutch time. The Celtics have run off 8 straight down the stretch here. And it's 118-113 with the clock rolling. 136, 135, 134 to go. Celtics will play 12 straight games decided by double figures. That may end tonight. De'Aaron Fox kicks to the corner. Castle's 3. Got it. Don't expect Castle to be the guy to deliver the dagger, but he puts the Spurs up by 8 with 1:21 to go. Derek White pulls up on Castle. His 3, no good. Rebound, 11th for Wembanyama. And now the Spurs looking to finish it off. Trying to finally slam the coffin door shut. Spurs by 8. 1 minute remaining right now. Fox. Right hand, left hand, step back, 18-footer, bounces in. De'Aaron Fox big in the fourth quarter, and that's going to be the one that seals it. Timeout Joe Mazulla with 56 seconds remaining, and the Celtics down 123-113.
Well, I mean, there are opportunities for the Celtics tonight. And I tell you what, you give them A for effort, but you got to, they're going to have something from that center position. Tonight, it was not there against Wemby. When you think about scoring what Wemby did, it was night and day.
No Vucevic, and Wembanyama outscored Keita and Garza 39-8.
And we haven't said, how many times we've said that about Keita, who's played probably as well as he has, especially you think when he played against somebody like Philly and went up against Joel Embiid. He did a great job. But tonight, not in that same vein with Wemby.
Keita -10 tonight. Celtics were a +3 with Garza. Jaylen Brown was +1 in this game when he got ejected. And the Celtics have been outscored by 11 with him out of the game. This is a year in which the Celtics have been just so good with Jaylen Brown not playing. But tonight, not so much. Celtics will throw Amari Williams out there and Max Shulga. Get some run here in the final minute. Spurs are going to keep their starters in for the final minute. I think they want to get Wemby that 40-point game.
You and I don't like this. He'll had plenty of chances to get 40.
Celtics get a three-pointer from the left side out of the timeout. Give it to Harper. Career high 22. Margin is 7. Celtics have only lost 7 games all year by more than 10 points. Driving left side, Fox scoops it up and in, score that in the foul so they can get it back to 10 here on a 3-point play. Aaron Fox was big here when it mattered in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they wanted to get that ball back to Wembanyama then. He was wide open on that far baseline. But quick move here, getting towards the Aaron Fox is just so good with that left hand. He could be tricky.
25 and 9 assists for De'Aaron Fox tonight. Now Wemby will come out. 39 points, 11 rebounds. Spurs got pushed to the brink by a depleted Celtics team tonight. But they did what they had to do, get their 16th win in the last 17 games. They'll sweep the season series from the Celtics as the Denver Nuggets did. The Celtics will drop to 3.5 back of Detroit as the Pistons blew out the Nets tonight. Free throw missed by De'Aaron Fox, so as Shireman shoots the three from the right side, it's an air ball. We'll go out of bounds. Mason Plumlee making his Spurs debut here for the final minute. Spurs, I don't believe, will shoot. And they rise to their fate in San Antonio. One of the stories of the NBA season, and this will be a game that will be discussed on a variety of levels. The Celtics do nothing to damper the optimism that has surrounded them over the last couple of weeks. But with the ejection of Jaylen Brown, they just did not have enough on the road against one of the dominant teams in the NBA. Ball in the hands of Ron Harper, fittingly, on his career night against his brother. He outplayed him badly tonight, but the Celtics just did not have enough, and their win streak comes to an end tonight in San Antonio. The final score, Spurs 125, Celtics 116. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Reliable, smart security, rain or shine. Blink has you covered. Make those home improvements you've been wanting with these limited time savings. Choose from cameras, floodlights, doorbells, and more. Enjoy motion-activated notifications and a weather-resistant design. So from unexpected visitors to unpredictable weather, Blink keeps you prepared and protected. Start saving now and secure your home at Amazon.com/Blink.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making for a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and for the one you love. At Northeast Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. You could even last up to an hour or more and make sex great again. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. For just $99, you'll get a medical consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000. That's 617-793-5000. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. We have 5 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
Addiction doesn't discriminate. If you or a loved one is struggling with an addiction, the New England Recovery Center offers inpatient detox and clinical stabilization services, as well as individualized treatment planning, family support services, and continuing care. Recovery is possible. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB. All major insurance plans accepted. Take the first step on the path to recovery and reclaim your life at New England Recovery Center.
That joke is on 105.7 WROR. After the game.
Spurs by 3 on the ball. Exactly 6 minutes remaining right now if you're syncing up on NBC. Castle hands into the corner. Wemby another 3. Career high, 8th of the night. Spurs by 6. Timeout Joe Mazulla and Sam Cassell screaming for a travel call.
No, it should have been.
Decisive 12-0 run for the Spurs over a 6-minute span midway through the fourth quarter as the Celtics just not enough weapons left on the floor to compete tonight, and their win streak comes to an end, beaten in San Antonio tonight by a final of 125-116. Welcome into Amica Postgame Live, presented by Amica Insurance. And Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com so they'll learn more about their award-winning customer service. Celtics offensively, not a bad night with 116 points, 27 assists on their 42 field goals, with each one That's $25 to the Tough School of Dental Medicine's Cares for Veterans program, courtesy of Delta Dental. Visit 98.5 the Sports Hub /veterans. See how they're connecting every veteran in need of oral health care in Boston to a dental home at no cost. Celtics lose, Pistons win. It goes back to a 3.5-game lead for Detroit in the Eastern Conference. We'll talk about all of it, the Jaylen Brown ejection, and now heading into the Lions' Den on Thursday night against the MVP favorite, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and the reigning and defending world champion, Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll talk about all of it as we wrap it next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound. Shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection. So you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Plain Ridge Park Casino, where winning moments never end. Grab your quick favorites at Slice and Wahlburgers or unwind at Slack's Oyster House and make the night your own. Catch every big play at the Sportsbook. Feel the excitement on the slots floor with every spin. And keep the energy going with live music that hits just right. Every moment is a winning moment at Plain Ridge Park Casino. Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Most people would rather attend a corporate team building workshop than search for auto and home insurance.
Go team, feel that synergy.
That's why the Zebra searches for you, comparing over 100 insurance companies to find savings no one else can. Compare today at thezebra.com.
Who's ready for the trust fall?